Hey, welcome, makers. Welcome on YouTube and welcome on Twitch. We're live on both platforms. And each and every Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, I go live and we invite people in from around the world to come on camera, ask questions in chat or vice versa. And we talk about all kinds of things. We talk about FDM printing. We talk about the bamboo quite a bit, laser printing, resin printing, painting, CNC work, a little bit of anything and everything. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. And if you're on Twitch, please follow. And if you'd like, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. On Twitch, I've only got 8 subscribers, but I really appreciate all that I get from everybody and all that you do. It's amazing. You don't have to donate anything if you don't like to. Just give me a thumbs up or comment and chat because all that helps both platforms. I really appreciate it. And I have a few people in the back room. I'm going to bring them in now and we'll get chatting away about this, that, and other. And if you'd like to drop in, I have a link there in chat. You can come in on camera and talk about, what we're talking about or what you want to talk about. So anyway, here we go. Let's see who we got here. Hey, Betty Boop, how you doing? Let's see. Hey, Tactile, how you doing, Matt? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm good.
And we have the man that's been very sick, but he's getting better. Liam, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay, and you?
Oh, pretty good. Hey, Chris Travis.
I'll make a deal with you, Jerry. Since you want to talk about this, that, and the other, you can talk about this, Matt can talk about that, and I'll talk about the other, okay?
All right.
Do I talk about that?
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah, that,
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, welcome everybody that's watching. I really appreciate it. I've been printing like mad all week long on the bamboo, and I got my pit droid done. You can see the head right here. I got the head to it right there. I'm going to paint him yellow. His name's going to be Buddy, and I wasted almost a roll of film at printing him on the bamboo, but I think I kind of figured out why, so that's taken care of. And over on the resin printer, I'm working on a Warhammer model. I just got done printing the head for it, and I'll be doing a video on that, and then one on the pit droid also. But how you guys been? What's going on? What's new?
I've been printing lithophanes.
No way.
No way, yeah, I know. Hold on.
That's a novel for Matt. Oh, Egyptian. Horus.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. And I'm actually making another one, not Egyptian one, another lithophane, but what I can put in here and then attach to the wall. Because so stick it in there. I'm gonna put a ring light in there or maybe a strip light. And yeah.
Nice. Chris Travis just got his P1P, I think yesterday or the day before. So
man, I'm still waiting for my P&P.
You're better off to wait. In all fairness, I've had zero luck. I honestly think it's a piece of crap. Other than that, I can't get good prints out of it, and they replaced it, and it's still bad, using their profiles and their software and their everything, and it's definitely mechanical, and they're refusing to accept it's mechanical. Yeah, I agree. Trash labs. Yeah,
I've had pretty much 95% perfect
You're a
print
different machine. You're on the XMC.
Yeah,
different machine.
Printing all these droid parts. I got 5 rolls of filament from Ziltech, and I should have probably they figured roughly 3 to 4 based on your infill and your layers and stuff like that, and how you angle your parts, how you support it. So I bought 5, and I basically burned up all 5. I had a lot of fails. I wanted to print all the parts 100% on the X1 carbon, but the head, for instance, which looks like a flying saucer, in order to put that on X1 carbon, it'd have to be in 4 parts. I hate seams. God, I hate seams. So I put that on the iFast, the printer that you can't see behind my chair, and I printed it in 2 parts. I could have printed it in 1, but I don't want a lot of support damage from on the dome. So I figured I'll just cut it in half, or the program, it came that way, cut in half, 3/4 of the way, then it's flat. So I printed that on the iFast. And then prints were going good on the X1, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of my prints are getting about halfway done, 3/4 of the way done, and then I started getting a bunch of stringing like a clog on the X1. And the prints were failing. So I went ahead and I loosened up the belts, tightened them, cleaned everything, greased the rods. The next print was perfect. Then a print after that failed again. And it was a constant problem. Now, when I print with Ziltech film and I print at 210 and then, whatever on the bed, like 60 on the bed on a bed slinger, And Bamboo defaulted and kicked it up to 220 automatically. So what I did is I talked to a friend of mine in town, Jason, which has 2 or 3 Bamboos, and he said, "Well, kick the temp up higher." So I kicked it up to 225 instead of 220, and then so far the fails went away. But I did waste almost a roll of filament in failures printing large parts. At about 80% done, they started stringing and becoming a mess. So like, that sucks. So something else to throw in the garbage. But I think I got past that. Just run a hotter temperature. And if anybody would like to win in the U.S. a roll of PLA, PET-G, or ABS from Ziltech, please enter hashtag USA in chat. And in a couple hours, we'll have a drawing for that. You need to be present to win. Now, if you're one of those people who just loves to win stuff because it's cool like I am, you can enter anywhere in the world. But if you win, it has to go to somebody in the U.S. So, for instance, Matt can enter. And then if he wins, he'll have to donate it to somebody in the U.S. or I can redraw. And contact me within, today, tomorrow, like it says there, within 48 hours. Let me know what kind of filament you want and your mailing address, your name and mailing address, and Ziltech will get sent right out to you.
I want 50 kilos of PETG, Jerry.
50 kilos.
I do 10 kilos at a time now.
Wow.
So, Chris, you're saying about you're having good luck with yours. Yours doesn't look like that in the back. Rib like that. Put me on full screen, Jerry.
I've been printing. Hold 1 second. I've been printing with PLA for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now, and I always print everything at 210 on a bed slinger. 210 is my go-to number, and 60 on the bed with PLA. But the Bamboo defaulted to 220, and it's been fine for most of my prints until it wasn't. So then I kicked it up to 225 for this gray film, and that seems to have solved it. Put you on a big screen. Here you go.
See, here's my problem with the Bamboo, with the P1P. You see those vertical lines? You can feel them on the x-axis. And they say it's a slicer issue. That's not slicer, that's mechanical.
Yeah, I've never had that on my parts.
On the y-axis, it seems to be fine. And it's the last one, the y-axis was really bad. The y-axis on this is fine. It glistens a little bit because it's translucent PETG. But on the x-axis on the front, you see it there, and on the back on the x-axis.
But a camera will always pick up things you may not be able to see.
Oh, I can feel it. You can feel it.
Yeah.
So I think it's a bearing problem there. So you got lucky. I'm getting them. 2 machines, both of them have the same problem. Well, they prefer the temperature higher on them because they print faster.
Yeah, they're moving.
Normally print at 60 millimeters or 70 millimeters. 210 is fine, but you need to up that temperature if you're going to be moving faster.
When I printed this test block, when I first got the printer, I changed speeds on it. I went from standard speed to sport, and then I went to ludicrous. But when I got to the top, here's what we had. Why?
Not enough top layers.
I didn't kick the temp way up. If I would have kicked the temp way up, that wouldn't have happened.
It's probably you need more top layers as well, Jerry.
Yeah, but the bottom, obviously, the bottom is perfect like glass. Yeah. And then if you look at it just right, and I can't see it on camera, you can see a difference where I change. I can't feel a difference, but I can see a color difference where I changed each time.
It'll be shiny or not shiny and so on based on speed.
And
that's normal.
When I took the head to the pit droid and I printed it in 2 pieces, no, wait a minute. Never mind. That's not a good comparison.
So, Chris,
one of the parts on the pit droid, which looks like a stomach, I printed half of it on the X1 carbon, and it's a different shade of gray than the other half that I printed on the iFast. Hey, Kate, how you doing? So it's the same color film. It's 2 different shades of gray. I think that's a movie, right?
Yeah. So I'm printing standard speed for their default PETG.
You see a color difference? Kind of hard to see.
There's not much of a difference on the camera, Jerry. A slight differences only.
Well, the one over here is darker than this
you
side.
can see it a little bit, but not by
two different machines. One was Bamboo and one was my iFast. Then I got some more supports I got to clean up right in there a little bit.
So I'm actually probably do it tonight when it finishes the print is running. I'm going to measure the bearings that are in there. I'm feeling a little better. I still have that cough that just will not go away. It's going to take time. But I'm not
see the seam right there?
How did you print that one?
There's 2 pieces. This eye comes off. That's just snapped in place.
Kate.
I printed this on the Kitty iFast, and then this bottom piece on the Kitty iFast. If I would have done it in one piece, it would have worked on the iFast, but I don't want support damage. So the model comes pre-cut past center like that. So you can print two halves, and you just put in the blocking pins, glue it together, and then that eye just snaps in. And I got to prime everything still, and he's going to be his name is Buddy. He has a name. This is called Buddy. I used to have a dog named that. And it's going to be a flat yellow. Flat yellow. Then once I rust it up and get it all done, then I'll hit it with a flat clear. That way it doesn't shine the model. I don't want him shiny. He's got to be dull and ugly.
Yeah, Chris, matte PLAs hides defects. So you can... Oh, you just got a donation, Jerry?
Oh, wow. Dave Gatton. Thank you very much, my friend. $20 from Dave Gatton.
Yeah. So matte materials hides defects. So if you're only printing in matte, you may not see it
Awesome super chat.
Thank you.
It's great for that. It matters if you want to hide any surface defects or whatever.
Dave Gatton, everybody. He is into CNCs. He does a little bit of anything and everything. Now he has a really big laser from Omtech Lasers. He has a live stream every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on YouTube. And they give away a nice Jenny bit during every stream. He streams for anywhere from an hour and a half or so. And he has 3 other gentlemen with him on camera and a lot of people in chat. He has a huge crowd. And please go check him out at Dave Gatton. I will share a link. Let me grab his channel. I'll share a link, but he's got a great channel. He's a great guy. And I believe he's at davegatton.com also.
So I'm laser engraving at the moment. I'm doing those sticks that you've often seen me doing before in the past. I'm doing more of those right now.
Here we go, guys. There's his channel link right there. Please go subscribe.
Chris, I did pressure advance. It's not that. I've done all of that, right? It's not those issues. It's mechanical. It's a physical movement that's causing a wave effect, and I think it's bearings. The bearings are not great. So I'm actually thinking about going to buy my own set of bearings, get all toothed bearings, and replace them all with bearings.
And here's a model that I'm currently working on. Where's the picture of it?
Hey, Joey.
Kate, air assist will eliminate 99% of your char. If you cut with an air assist, if you run air assist, the charring you get, excuse me, the charring you get when you do cutting, that's actually tar buildup from the cutting process.
Microfiber cloth and IPA is what I would use to wipe it off.
You could do that, but I'm just saying if you use an air assist, you'll probably eliminate it altogether.
It'll cut it way down.
Honeycomb bed and use an air assist, and you should almost eliminate that. Okay, then up your air assist because I think you're not moving enough air. But some isopropyl alcohol on a cloth and rub from the inside the part out over the edge. Don't rub left to right or whatever because it'll only rub it into the grain. Rub with the grain from the inside out, and that will actually push whatever you clean off the edge rather than bringing it back in on top of the material.
Oh, I thought she was talking about the laser head itself getting charring on it.
No, but IPA will work, or a bit of acetone will also work if IPA doesn't work. A drop of acetone on the cloth and wipe it out. The other option is to sand it lightly, very lightly.
Yeah, some people lightly sand it.
Yeah, I prefer to clean it though with a cleaner rather than do that because if you sand it, you could plywood, the layers are so thin on plywood you could go through them, and you can so you can actually change. You could ruin it. You're better off to do a cleaner and need to use that to clean it off. I've done what thickness material are you cutting, Kate? I've done 6mm ply clean cuts with an air assist. Board. Oh, what type of board? What's matte board? What's matte board? Is that a plastic type of board? Like
I know poster board and
what's
the Dollar Tree foam board.
Maybe she means motherboard.
No.
She does.
Are you saying Matt looks bored? Matte board is a heavy. Oh, it's heavy paper. Okay.
Okay.
It's
Royal
cardboard,
Mummy,
but
hello. How are you?
frame. I'm just looking at what it's made out of. Hey, Ryan.
I'm actually playing a little bit of KSP. So
Okay. Yeah, so it's a kind of a paper.
I'm trying to establish a satellite system.
IPA might soak into the paper and cause and damage it.
So, Liam, the 3D printed rocket, what's going on? It didn't.
The last time they ran out of time. But they went
By
through
2
all
seconds.
the
By 2
processing.
seconds.
Yeah,
Literally
but
by 2 seconds.
doesn't matter. You have they have a hard code cutoff.
I know.
Because it's a window they're given, and you have to launch in that window. So,
How big is the window? My window's only 3 feet by 3 feet.
well, I was going to say, Matt, pick a window you're leaving, but okay, I won't go there. No, but they have a 3-hour. They had a 3-hour window, and it's their very first attempt to launch. So their next attempt, I think it starts at 10 o'clock Eastern time, Wednesday night. And so that will happen Wednesday, and hopefully they'll launch Wednesday, which will look kind of cool. So,
Strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. I've seen can't think of her name, from TH3D. Chris was talking about it, and Tim thought it tasted like cough syrup. I think it's really good. Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream. It's real good.
Oh.
And Betty Boop's talking about this.
Excuse me, Miller. That's not beer.
MGD.
That's over after you drink beer.
That's what we call pee-pee water over here.
Exactly.
That's usually Coors that people say is like water.
I know, Miller's the same.
I got Corona and this. The only reason I have 2 12-packs in the fridge, I needed 2 empty bottles for one of my videos when I done those from Lightspeed, those pirate bottles. I needed a couple empty, so I went and bought a couple 12-packs.
Jerry, you should try a dark Bohemia style beer.
I tried Michelob when I was a teenager and I didn't like it.
Modelo. Try Modelo, dark Modelo. I don't drink anymore, but
Hey, Chip, how you doing today?
Nice. I like the Bohemian style beers.
All right.
So hopefully Wednesday night they'll get off the launch pad. But it will be a nighttime launch. It's from 10 p.m. Eastern till 1 a.m. I believe is their window. So I may or may not see, depending on how late it is.
Yeah, I don't talk about current topics usually that much, but that drone that got down by Russia, and they showed the video of it, I think Russia should pay for the drone. I think the only action that should happen is Russia should immediately pay them for what happened.
Jerry,
Yeah,
your
but how
audio
you
and
gonna
video is out of sync.
What?
Your audio and video was out of sync. That's video. Speak.
Hello, testing 1 2 3.
You won't see it. Does anybody else see it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey, Lama, how you doing?
Hey, Tom.
I don't know what's going on. When I taped the video about 2 weeks ago, I was in StreamYard. I taped it live, and then I downloaded it, and then when I edited it in my software, DaVinci Resolve, it seemed to be screwing up a little bit, but I figured, it's okay. Once I uploaded it, no, it wasn't. So
hey, Chewy,
the video was fine, but the audio was screwed up. Or no, I think it was the video kept freezing on me randomly. So, yeah, I don't know.
With some extra fuel, right?
Yeah, Putin said it checks the mail. Yeah.
Well, it was off a bit more. It looks like he's catching up now. So maybe
I don't know. Something with StreamYard or my computer. I don't know what's causing it. Different people have had issues with their sync, things getting out of sync. That's happened to Sam Prentice a bunch.
Well,
here, I'll just put my hand over my mouth and you can't tell when I'm talking. How's this?
maybe I'll just do the hand puppet thing and see make Jerry speaks.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I talk, I'll just do this and you won't see my mouth moving.
Yeah.
Or I'll do this and they'll think I'm controlling you. Or I'll go, so they think I'm a ventriloquist. Yeah, so hopefully that'll happen Wednesday. And SpaceX have said they are ready. They in the next few weeks they'll be ready for a launch of Super Heavy and Starship. They'll have to wait though for the FAA approval, which will probably take them into sometime in April, at the latest May, but probably sometime in April. Hey, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
I don't have a Stormtrooper helmet. I wish I had a Stormtrooper helmet. And I said before I got into 3D printing, I need a 3D printer because I want a white Stormtrooper helmet. And that was, what, 6 or 7 years ago, and I still don't have one. But I should print one.
Oh, cool, Chris. Did she use my discount code? Because I could save her 15% if she uses my discount code. Yeah, the music box looks nice. I'm going to finish off that. I'm planning to finish off that tomorrow. I have a lot of it. Like we're just putting together the planet sections on top now. So.
Oh no! Oh, okay. Some people use my affiliate link for Amazon to buy random stuff here and there. Oh no, we got a raid coming in. Free Heathen raiding with 22 people.
Cool. Hey, Free Heathen, how are you, sir?
Welcome, Raiders. Hello, and thank you. Welcome.
Yeah.
How is it going, everybody? My name is Jerry 3DHP, and I'm going to say this all over again for everybody that already heard it. And each and every Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, I go live on Twitch and YouTube. And we have makers in from all over the world, up to 10 people at a time. And we talk about 3D printing and lasers and resin and CNC and painting and cookies and a little bit of anything and everything. But thank you very much for rating Free Heathen. I hope you had a great stream, my friend. And please consider following if you're on Twitch. I'd really appreciate it. And if you have nowhere to put that Amazon Prime, you can apply it towards my channel and subscribe. I've got a total of 8 subscribers, and that'd be awesome if that went up. So someday it will. And if you're on YouTube, like I say, always you can subscribe for free. I'd really appreciate it. Please comment, ask any questions you want. If you want to drop in on camera and you're talking and you're into 3D printing and stuff like we are, you can come in on screen and talk and join us and talk about stuff. And what I was saying was I got a credit from Amazon, my affiliate credit from people using my link randomly to buy stuff. So I bought some more resin from Sunlu. Then I got a bunch of nail files. I don't know what these blocks are for. Any of the ladies in chat, what are the blocks for? But I sand resin prints and different prints with these nail files. They're flexible and they're very cool to use for sanding things. But I don't know what these are for. I'll give these to my wife. Maybe she can do something with them. I don't know what the blocks are. Anyway, that's about it. So I'm buffering. Well, that sucks. I don't know why I'm buffering. But anybody that's watching, if you want a chance on winning a roll of PLA here in a couple hours, we're going to have a filament. Ziltech allows me to give away 3 rolls a month. And it has to go to somebody in the U.S. So if you're outside of the country, you can still enter hashtag USA in chat. And if you win, it needs to go to somebody in the USA. When we do the drawing, you must be present to win. So what will happen is you'll go to ziltech.com. You'll check out some cool filament. They're all right around the $20 price range. You email me, let me know your name, your address, and what type of film you like, and they'll get it mailed right out to you.
So, Jerry, I'm going to finish this up tomorrow, hoping.
No, I'm just reading the comment chat.
You made some firewood.
So, it's plywood, and it's an Ori for the planets. It's not finished yet. I have to do the upper section here to build all of this out yet. But
that's nice.
Turn the handle here, and the planets orbit.
Let me share out the link again if you want to drop in. Free Heathen, if you'd like to come in, you're very welcome to.
This is all done from 3mm plywood.
The giveaway code is in chat. As it says on the screen right there at the bottom, hashtag USA, capital USA is what you type in chat. There you go. That looks really cool.
Yeah. And they move at different, because they're on different gears, different ratio gears, they move at different speeds because their orbits are different. You see here,
I say it's witchcraft.
Overtaking, watch. So it's all geared and it's all plywood.
Turn on your camera, Johnny, so I can see you.
So I'm getting there. I'm going to try and finish it off tomorrow, and so I'll have the finished Ori finished by hopefully by after my stream tomorrow morning. It's all laser cut plywood. Sorry, you need to move over there, and that's where this can sit up here. Well, that won't fit. It's no room.
Pluto is not a planet.
It used to be until Disney sued them.
No, Pluto's not a planet.
It used to be a planet.
It was, but we found too many of them that size.
Wasn't Pluto discovered in 1926 or 1826?
1926. No, it was in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
You can say it was when we were growing up, but the problem is we find everywhere we look in space, we keep finding new ones, and that are its size or even a bit bigger, and it's in a weird orbit. Its orbit is tilted, and it doesn't stay in its own orbit. It kind of sometimes inside Neptune, sometimes outside Neptune, and there's so many out there. Instead of learning 8 planets in school now, the kids will be learning 27 planets if that was the case, if we kept that classification. So we had to change it.
I got something I wanted to show everybody. There's a program that I wanted to use that my friend Jonathan Tripod's Garage uses called Bazaart, Bazaart. It's made for iPads. It's not really designed for Android. You cannot run it on your PC unless you have an emulator, which doesn't work. So I contacted a friend of mine, Sergio, HVAC, because I know he has iPads and he's into that. And I said, I want to run this program. I sent him the name and the logo. Which iPad do you think would run it? And I waited and I waited. And his reply was, I bought you one. I'm like, what? You bought what? I bought you an iPad. No way. So a couple days later on Amazon, I got an iPad in the mail. It's I think it's called the 5th generation. It's a 2017 model. But I bought a case and a keyboard for it to add to it. But he got me the iPad, and even though it's 2017 model, it runs this program Bazaart perfectly fine. I've never had an iPad before, but this is really cool. So like I said, I added the case and the keyboard. It's really cool. It works great. And thank you so much, Sergio, if you're still in chat. This is really awesome. I really appreciate it.
You know what that means, Jerry? Now you have a bad apple.
Yeah. Yeah, so far it's been really cool. And a lot of programs that I didn't think would run on it, yeah, it works great. I have a couple old tablets that wouldn't run the program, and they don't seem to work anymore. I can't get them charged. But I've never had an Apple product, and even though it's not a brand new iPad, it seems to be awesome. It works great. It's refurbished. I see nothing wrong with it. It appears to be brand new. So very happy with it. So hugs, Sergio. Thank you so much. Very cool.
Sergio, you need to come on here so you can get hugs because he's making them at me, and I'm going to get worried about him.
Yeah. I had to order a separate pencil that you put batteries in because it doesn't have a pencil, well, not that model that was made for it, but I have a different brand where I can touch it with it'll respond to the pencil touch. Or I can use my finger, or I can use a little keyboard.
I prefer the Samsung devices, the Androids. That's what I use. My phone is Samsung and everything is Samsung. Or at least Android based.
Guess what I did? It wasn't fully charged and I got it. It says, be sure you fully charge it. So I had it on the kitchen counter. I'm charging it. I'm trying to do my password and set everything up. The buttons aren't responding really well, but I typed in the wrong password. And then later when it's fully charged, I locked myself out for an hour, for 2 hours, for 24 hours, completely locked myself out. So I messaged Sergio and he suggested it'd be best to contact the company, which I did. I called them and they walked me right through it. They remoted into my computer and physically showed me what to click on, which I've never had nobody do that before. And then I did it on my iPad while I had her on the phone. It worked perfect. So now I got a 4-digit code. I'll never forget it. And everything's awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, it works perfect. Love it. Love the hell out of it.
But see, iPads are for really old people. That's what Jerry got.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to finish that tomorrow, hopefully. And we'll have a finished Ori by the end of I'm going to do a stream in the morning. I know the time I'll start my stream might vary because my daughter is going back. She's been home for the last week, but she's going back to her place. She's flying back tomorrow to her place. So
Okay. Well, happy birthday to your son-in-law.
That's what I've been
Are you,
doing.
Chewy? Really? Maybe you are.
Very nice, Matt. I seen you post that on Facebook. Posted around.
That's Horace.
Yeah.
I don't know who I don't know who that is.
Looks like George Washington.
It's
No,
not.
it's not.
No, he's English.
Lord Nelson.
Yeah.
Goodbye, my fellows. Mateys or something like this. It's called.
Yeah, I got a birthday coming up in June.
You're 34, Chewy? Really?
I'm only 25.
I'll be 59 in June.
You're
I can't
25 in
believe
your
that.
last dream, Matt. The
What?
last time you saw 25 was on someone's front door.
No, I'm 25.
Yeah, sure. 25 and a bit. A bit your own business. You're keeping it to yourself, right?
Just jealous because I look so young.
I was going to say you're 60, but okay.
Oh wow, Chris Mink will be 50 in June.
Oi,
Okay.
wife, be quiet.
I'll be
When in
59
June, Chris?
I'm a Gemini.
When in June? Early, mid, late? When is it?
My birthday's the 12th.
Oh, my birthday's coming up.
Oh, okay. So your birthday is before mine. Mine is the end of June. I'll be 53.
10 days.
Rob. I see Rob's older than us. Joe's 69. Oh, my star sign is dinosaur. Just like the others, they don't exist. Like all the other star signs.
Yeah, my sister is I think 71, and she's a Gemini also, a week after me. And my brother was born in 56.
10 days time is my birthday.
But we had snow this morning, but
Everybody who's here knows now this is my birthday in 10 days time, so everybody buy me presents.
So we'll
Thank
all
you.
be offline that day. Every one of us will be off that day.
Well,
I'm
maybe
just
you'll get
kidding. I'm just
maybe
kidding.
your wife will get that P1P before your birthday.
I know. I just.
Hey, Don,
But
just
I
wanna get
really
my-
hope
Hey,
you
Phoenix.
have better luck with it than I do, than I'm having with
Yeah.
my two. Well, you were born. Well, see, you're a bit like Jerry, you know. Jerry, I like a buddy of mine who's older than me. I give him a hard time about him being older than me, and I keep telling him that he's as people say like when you're old, you're as old as dirt, and I keep saying no. He's so old, he gave dirt its name. So.
I've got another company contacted me wanting to know if I wanted to review their new laser they got on pre-sale. So that'll be coming in the mail soon. I don't have any tracking information, but it's a pretty powerful laser. So it's like a 35 or 40 watt, allegedly. It's got like 6 or 7 diodes stacked on each other. We'll
You
see
can
how-
give some of your debts to Matt. He won't mind, kid. No, it's yeah, I mean, so I would like. I hope everyone. I hope you do have better luck with your bamboo than with the bamboo labs. Mine are just cursed.
And then this morning on the AMS, I went to start a print. I forgot to print these little inserts to glue these parts together. So I had to print these little, spacers. And the filament broke in the extruder. So no big deal. It comes out of the AMS, it runs behind the machine, goes into the machine. So I disconnected the line on the back. I let it feed through and push itself out, so it worked. But yeah, you got some lines all right, definitely.
You see those vertical lines there?
Yeah,
You can feel them. That's what my P1P is giving on any flat surface.
I know. But
On
did
the
you ever?
X-axis.
A week ago, I mentioned, have you tried any other prints other than your toys or a box? Have you tried something
I have
different?
tried a couple of different prints, and they all have the same artifact. Every one of them.
And you've tried different filaments, right?
I've tried PLA. I've done PETG. I've done PLA plus. I've done silks. Silks hide it because that's what silks do. Yeah, I sent them files. I sliced. They're saying now it's a slicer. That's not slicer. That's mechanical. I'm sorry. I don't. If you say that's a slicer, I'm sorry. You shouldn't be 3D printing.
What does upper mean, Brandy? She typed wrong.
So
Yeah, I told
I've
about the
tried
red.
printing slower. As slow as 60. I've tried printing as fast as 490 millimeters. The faster you go, the less it's there. The reason why is it's spending so little time on any no Cura. You can't use Cura with their machine. It's spending so much time. It moves so fast that the ripples are minimized, but they're still visible. So I've done them in black, I've done them in yellow, I've done them in greens, I've done them in purple, I've done them in reds, I've done them in blues.
No, Phoenix, you use them Bamboo Lab Studios that comes with the printers. It's
Yeah, you have to
awesome
use
program.
their slicer.
It's an awesome slicer.
So
yeah,
a
Brandy, I told
lot
you about
of
the resin print failure.
go
Or
on
not a
down to
failure.
112,
I
right?
printed an arm solid when it should have been hollow.
So yeah, I'm actually thinking of going to see if I'm going to measure the bearings that are in it, and maybe order a set of bearings myself, high quality bearings. I think it's the bearings are getting stuck. I think there's some stiction on the bearings. You don't feel it when you move them by hand, but when they're under load, it's happening.
When my print finishes and the head's in the back on the X1 carbon, I start the next print. Not every time, but quite often, it kind of makes like a grinding sound, almost like the belt is slipping or something, or it's trying to home itself or something,
that's
and then it
okay.
goes away.
That's okay. So, yeah, I haven't tried Soft Fever yet. They've actually changed it to Orca Slicer now, yeah. Here's one thing I noticed, and I asked other people if they've seen it. Oh, the remains of a 10-kilo spool. I have a new one ordered coming in.
Wow.
Wow.
Here's one thing I did notice. Watch this. When it's doing the homing, I don't know if anyone else has a P1P out there. Give this a try. Get it to do the ABL and see does it move and get stuck. Do what? I haven't. Yeah, well, I'll try it. Watch this. Watch the head moving. Every now and again, it does a double move, like it's stuck. See the double? Like it's jerking. That's a single move there. Single. Watch these.
It looked to me like it's probing the bed.
Watch it. No. It's probing the back there. Watch when it moves. Single move. Watch again. Wait. That's a single. Now wait till it goes on to the next. There. Did you see the double? It kind of goes jump.
It kind of looked like it hopped, is what I see.
It is hopping. When it's hopping, is moving on X. It shouldn't be jumping. Watch again. That's a single. That was a single move again. See the double?
No.
It kind of moves and then moves again to get to the spot. It doesn't do it in one motion. That's what I think. It's sticking. So that's what I think. It's bearing. I think there's a bearing problem causing that friction that's causing this when it's moving and printing. It's getting this jittering effect because it's sticking.
But that's your second machine, unless they turned around and sent it right back to you.
The last one did it in X and Y. This is only showing it in X.
Huh. I don't know. Is anybody in chat having a P1P and there's having that same issue?
Chris Travis says he hasn't seen that.
That's good.
So it is a bearing problem. I'm pretty sure, and that's why I was thinking of taking the bearings out, measuring them. I need to measure the outer and the center bore, and then go order a set of bearings that will fit that. Of my own, of high quality bearings. I think it is their bearings. Here's what I think's happened, and other people probably agree with me. The bearing is not. I don't think it's sticking to the carbon rods though, because it moves fairly slick and clean. And I've changed it a couple of times. So I think what's happening is when they initially got the machine, when they started building the machine, they got high quality parts. Over time, the quality of the parts that were being shipped by their supplier went.
Well, that's what we're assuming, but we don't know for sure.
But it's a high possibility though. There's no lubing. Well, there's no lubing of the bearings themselves really, and the one on the X-axis on the carbon rods is self-lubricating. So I'm not sure, but it is weird. Cool. When I loosen the belts, the bearings move freely, but when they're not loose, like when they're running, I'm seeing that jumping effect. So I'm going to try. Well, it's carbon. It's supposed to do that, Chewy. But I'm going to try buy a new set of bearings to see if it makes it.
Dave Gatton, are you still in chat? I have a question, but I think he probably left already.
Excuse me. So now you understand what the issues I'm seeing with this machine. Yeah, but these are carbon rods. They're not supposed to be lubed.
Well, just keep putting in tickets and messaging them and try to get it worked out.
There's not an alignment issue.
Oh, he's still here. Okay, Dave Gatton, that Saints Heart CNC that you unboxed and you're working with. Well, I mentioned in your YouTube channel that I was going to hopefully be getting one. I want to review one from the company. They don't have any more review units, and I noticed they just had them on sale for St. Patrick's Day. And it seems to me that one day when I seen it, it was $400 and something, I think. And then the next day, it was 10% off across the board and everything. So I think the price went up on it, unless they had a certain number of them for $400 and something. Now, I have a Makita router I wanted to put on it, but because it has NEMA 17s, it moves really slow. Other than when you're carving, it should be fast enough, but it's not very fast when it moves from here or there. So have you had any issues with it being so slow?
You can increase that, Jerry. If it's Gerbil, you can go into Gerbil and increase its movement speed.
Okay, so a lot of people are talking about, well, could they put NEMA 23s on it? And the company says no. But
no,
I would think you could probably crank up the voltage on it. If it's traveling too slow, you could crank up the voltage. But it looks like a miniature Onefinity machine. But right now it's back up to like 650. But they had it down to like 550. Huh?
Is that their 4040?
Yeah, and you can put a Makita. You can put a Makita or a DeWalt on it if you just buy a different adapter.
No, it comes with the. Well, you can buy the adapter for $50 or something like that. It's a new adapter to put a heavier router.
It's like $20. Yeah, because Dave Gatton has one to review, and he's going to be doing more videos on it. But I'm just thinking about the travel speed moving around. But you could do something. What's the build area? I'm thinking the build area is like 24 by 24. I think it's
if it's a 4040, it's a 400 by 400 area.
Yeah.
You can, if it's Gerbil, and I believe it's GRBL. With GRBL, you can increase the travel speed with a dollar command.
Okay.
Just as you do on your lasers and all this kind of stuff, right? You can optimize that.
Yeah, 400 by 400. Yeah, there's a few things they probably shouldn't have put the plugs where they put, or it's like the bed probe and the plugs in the back. Unless you can store it on the back of the gantry, then you'd have to unplug it every time. It's got a typical little 3-pin connector like on a control board, which are hard to get in and out, and eventually you're going to break the wire.
But you can always 3D print a little mount for it just to hang it out.
Yeah, and put it right in the back there. But yeah,
that's what I would do with it.
But my MPCNC, I can't. It's not dependable, and I'm thinking the one from SaneSmart. If you were going to make things to sell, you'd have to make them and have your stock in advance. Because if you do something on demand, you're waiting to get an order and then make it. I don't think the machine is reliable enough that it's never. You're going to have issues. Where the Onefinity, it's not a perfect machine, but you could use it in a business. You know, if you had a business, your Onefinity would definitely. And then since Onefinity came out with a different control board and they upgraded, all the prices all went up like $1,000 on all their stuff. Their prices went through the roof.
Well, the 4040 should be fine as long as you're not moving too fast. But you can take me off big screen, by the way, as well. But as long as your travel speed is not too high when you're cutting, you should be fine with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll probably do in a feed rate of maybe 600, 500 or 600 is your feed rate, and that should be maybe a little bit more depending. If you put a full router in there, you can go a little bit faster. But you don't want to go too fast because you don't want it to.
Yeah, it's a wood router Phoenix for wood or metal. Yeah.
If you do a full router, you can do metals on it.
Yeah.
But again, you have to drop the feed rate really way down.
What's the name of the channel? The Asian girl, her and her brother. Aurora Tech.
Yeah.
She done a review on it too, and she done a real extensive review on it. She didn't talk about where the power plug is mounted and things like that, but she done a really good review for it. So. And when I contacted them, I kind of went back and forth with the guy, and he tried to get me a discount on it or get one sent to me, and he couldn't get it. And I said, well, I see they're on sale right now. At the time, it was 500 and something, which changed to like 550, or 400 and something. I wanted to see what kind of a discount. He goes, "Oh, well, our discount that we have on our site now, it's all like we can offer you." So I couldn't get
because
the
it's a
review.
new product, isn't it? Or newish product.
It's new, but it's been out for a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but it looks like a mini 150. So, and you can put a real router on it. So then it's just a matter of speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry's already the Phoenix. I've done wood products in the past. I've got videos on my YouTube channel for my MPCNC. I've had an MPCNC for I don't know a couple of years now. I just don't use it that much. Usually in the summertime, I'm in the garage more than I'm in the house.
Yeah.
So
I've done two
and I even paint. Do you guys know that? I even paint once in a while.
Yeah. I've done 2 CNC machines, smaller ones. I want to do a larger CNC. I'm looking at getting a larger CNC sometime this year. I was thinking about an MPCNC, but you said it's not reliable, so now I've backed off it.
Well, I'm using conduit for the rails, and sometimes it's sticky. You could use for the price. For the price of the Sane Smart, I would recommend this little Sane Smart that like Dave Gatton is reviewing, because you can put a Makita or DeWalt router on it. You can take away the little dinky one that comes with it. Sure, you could try it out, but most people wouldn't like it. But yeah, put a real router on it.
So the honeycomb bed, you should raise it, and I've raised mine, and I actually 3D printed little things. I can email me, Kate. Do you have a 3D printer? I thought you said you did, or is it just laser only you do? I designed these little clips that clip over the edge on the outside of the honeycomb bed, and it raises it up off the table. You don't. Where are you, Kate? Where are you located?
If you have a honeycomb bed that sits inside a pan tight around the edges, you need to have an air gap. You could take your 3mm ply that you're working with, or 2mm. You could just cut that and put a little piece in each corner, put the bed back down on it. You need to leave an air gap underneath all of it because it can build up.
Let me show you what I did. Oh, let me get one moment.
I've never had gases build up on me and ignite, but I've heard of it happening. So it's best if you have a honeycomb bed to have an air gap below the plate that it sits inside of. Yeah, I've sold off like 5 or 6 of my diode lasers. I'm down to 2 10-watt diode lasers right now. My Auteur Laser Master 3 I still have, and I've got an X-Tool 10-watt that I still have. And then I'll be having this other one come in the mail that's like a 30 or 40 watt that'll be coming. And then I have my K40, which just kind of sits in this other room. I don't use it much, but it's hooked up and works. Oh, I was working with my X-Tool yesterday, and it was driving me crazy. I thought about selling it, but I changed my mind. And every time it homed, it was homing to the rear left, and it was driving me nuts. For about an hour, I'm Googling, trying to figure out what's wrong with Lightburn. Why is it not homing to the front left? And then I finally realized it's supposed to home to the rear right, or the rear left. So I had just forgotten that on that particular machine, it always homes, which is good because it gets out of your way. That way you can pick your material back up. Whenever a laser homes to the front left, you got to kind of, reach over and lift all your material out. So it's best to get it out of the way. Have I tried UV resin on balsa wood? I got a resin printer, but I've never tried to put it on balsa wood and cure it. I've never tried that. Just like with a 3D print, you can take UV resin and you can paint it on to help get rid of divots and layer lines, cure it, and then you can sand it real easy. Because resin sands like, it's like white powder almost. It sands real easy. Yeah, yours also back left, yeah. Well, I forgot, because I'm getting old and forgetful, I forgot that it homes to the rear left. And even if you change it in Lightburn, it still homes to the rear left.
Sorry, I was actually reloading my laser. So I designed these little clips, and they clip right over they work for the Congrow one. I'm not sure about what honeycomb bed you have and the thickness of it. But these clip right over the bed, and they give you these are your risers. So it actually stands your part up off the printed surface.
Yeah, I printed that a long time ago.
Check your local library. If they have a printer, I'll send you the file, and you print 4 or 5, a couple of these, on PLA. And most libraries offer 3D printing. It's local to you, and it's easier. And I'll send you the files, and you can print some of these.
Kate, if you need some of those, send me the file, Liam. I'll print them and mail them to her.
Sure.
If you need them, Kate,
it's on my Thangs site. So if you go to Tangs and you look for Astro Printer, you'll find me. I don't have much up there, but they're up there. But I said she can, if she wants to, she can print them. It might be easier to go to her local library and they'll print it for her.
Okay.
Most
Either way,
libraries
or
offer
Kate,
that.
you can email me your address and I can print them out and I'll mail them to you.
Yeah, I could do it as well. I'm just trying to say.
She's donated a ton to me.
Yeah, so you need to, now you may have to measure the height of this, the height in here, to see if it'll fit. But I don't know. I don't have an X tool honeycomb bed, so I don't know if this actual height will work.
Yeah, my X2, I don't have a honeycomb bed for it. I use the one from Congro
So
and O'Toole.
Kate, measure the height of the thickness of your honeycomb bed, and let me know, and I'll measure this, and I'll tell you if it'll fit or not. And if not, whoever prints it, you just decrease it a small bit in Z, or increase a little bit in Z to make it fit.
All right, Sergio, he'll be offline for 30 minutes while he travels. Okay.
It reminds me, kick off my next laser run. Excuse me.
Trevor is supposed to be mailing me some filament that's microwave safe and watertight, but I haven't seen it yet. He's been busy moving and getting his new shop going, but it's supposed to be microwave safe and watertight. But I don't know. I don't know what the filament.
That'll be a high print temperature, though. It will have to be a high print temp.
Use Flex Seal. I mean, that's kind of a dumb answer, but it works. You could buy a can of Flex Seal and spray the inside of it, and that would work. It would make it watertight. And I'm sure they got paint on rubber products you can buy at Home Depot or Lowe's, or just spray Flex Seal.
I'm assuming you mean balsa wood. Balsa wood won't last outside. Oh, come on! Don't come on! I'm not one of these weird Americans. I do stuff in millimeters. Precision. Inches are not precise. Give me precision.
Do you have a caliper, Kate?
1 inch. Nobody measures in inches anymore except the Americans.
Well, when it
Come on,
comes to
get with the program.
when
Come on.
it comes to 3D printing or lasers or anything, you have to go with millimeters. It's really precise. Where inches,
Even your laser, yeah. Even your laser's all millimeters. Archaic inches. Nobody measures inches anymore. Come on.
Well, if I'm going to make
program,
if I'm going to make a fence or build a table, I do inches. But
25.4 millimeters. I
1
know,
inch.
yeah, but still. Well, see, if you're off by even about 1 or 2 millimeters, it's a very, very loose fit. This should just about clip over edge because there's a little lip here to allow it to bind onto the material, onto the edge.
yeah, if you encase it in resin and you cure it, that should be fine, or at least you could try it.
It depends on the resin, obviously, but yeah.
There's 3D printing
You've
resin.
seen
There's other
balsa?
types of resin for making furniture. There's a
Basil?
million.
You mean balsa?
Yeah.
Not basil wood, it's balsa wood, right? Nobody uses stone anymore. That's old. That's back to the old imperial days, back when we were part of the dark side when we actually used inches back then. Everything's metric now. I grew up learning both because my dad did both because he was a carpenter. So 25.4 millimeters. I'll have to check this and I'll let you know, Kate. Do I have my calipers here? I don't have them in this room. They're actually in the garage.
We'll wait. We're going to be here for a couple hours.
Yeah, let me check it. Actually, I may have a ruler, a millimeter ruler in the other room. That would work too.
So what's new, chat? What's going on? What are you guys printing and working on? I'm working on a pit droid. I've got all the parts finally printed. It was a little chilly this morning. I'm going to put them on my table out back, prime everything gray, take some video, take some pictures, and then paint everything yellow, and then start assembling. And then film video and take pictures along the way. And then I'm resin printing a model from Sanix, which is, let me show you a picture of it. Here's what I'm resin printing from Sanix. It'll be 1/8 scale. I'm not sure how tall he's going to be yet, but I got all the parts done, so I got to take a bunch of pictures after the stream and start working on that. The video I'm working on. Oh, and here's my shelf. I got some more pictures of my shelf.
Okay, that's 22.5 millimeters in height on the inside, so that's going to be too small to fit your bed. If you get me measurements of the rim, the exact thickness, the exact depth in millimeters again of the rim going around the edge, and so on, I can design one for you. It won't take long. Just send it to me, and I can quickly put together a design. I can modify the one I already have up there, and just tweak it to suit. But I need to know the exact height, and the exact depth of from the outside edge to the brim that goes around the honeycomb bed. There's a little brim going all the way around the edge. I need to know the depth of that so the clip will actually go over that and slightly grab the edge of it. So if you get me those measurements and send them to me, you can email them to me if you want at astroprinter@protonmail.com, and I can make one for you, and I can send you the design file back. And as I said, you can get it done in your local library if you want to test it out, or we can print it to you and send it to you. But like, it might be faster if you go to your local library to get it printed. We had no storm today. We had snow this morning, a little bit.
Yes, snow. 62 here in Vegas and sunny right now.
It's cold here, but we had some lake effect snow this morning.
I think California is getting hit again next week, and if so, then it'll probably roll into Vegas.
Yeah, the west side got some lake effect snow, and it was heavier there. But whatever's left over that didn't get dumped on the west side of the state will come over, just carry over on the winds, and we'll get some of it over here, you know. Yeah, so just email me, Kate, with those measurements, and I'll make one for you. And you just print one, test it, and if it does, then go up print 4 or 5 more, or how many you need.
Never been to San Francisco. Always wanted to go.
Okay. San Fran's okay. It's been a long time since I've been to San Fran, but I've been there.
Me and the wife drove down to San Diego a long time ago. Went to the zoo, and we toured the USS Midway.
Hold on a second, maybe I can make one for you now. Where's the one that I've already done?
A lot of hills, okay.
Yeah, it's all hills.
Oh, that's right. I think on all these TV shows, I've seen all these hills. Like, if you don't set your emergency brake, your vehicle might take off and run somebody over. Really steep.
Some of them are that steep, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I thought I saved it. Maybe I didn't save it. I can always do a new one. It won't take long.
The famous Kirby Road. Is that the one where it's like this? Going up the hill?
Yeah, that's a real steep hill, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Oh. Yeah, Liam, if you mod the file, send it to me. I'll print it to her, mail it, and I'll send her out one of my stickers. Or unless you want to print it, mail it. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal.
There's no way to copy it. Yeah, I'll go in here.
Kate. She needs these little clips for her laser bed to get it up off the pan. Get out of the pan. No. Okay, here's the color I'm going to paint the pit right in right here. It's called Matte Sunbeam. Thought it was cool to make the pit droid yellow. Well, actually, his name is Buddy, so paint Buddy yellow. Because I want to. His name is Buddy. And here's Buddy without a body. And then when I make a video on it, Buddy's going to be in the living room. He's going to be out front. We're going to take a walk. He's going to be wherever I can take a picture of him doing something. I might even set him on the toilet and take a picture of Buddy on the toilet. Wife said, no, you're not going to film him on the toilet.
Now that you said it, Jerry, you have to. You know that, right?
Yeah, I think it'll be hilarious. Hey, Otter. Otter's Danger Den. Shane, how you doing?
Hey, Shane.
Hey, Gregory, how you doing, buddy? Let me share a link up, and if you'd like to drop in, you're welcome to come in and talk on camera.
I'm very quiet today. I don't know why.
It's all right. We like you like that, Mike.
You can pop in on camera if I know who you are. Because earlier somebody popped in, they had no camera on, and I didn't recognize the name, but they didn't stay long. So I need to see who you are if I don't already know your name. So.
Yeah, but we like Matt when he's quiet.
Yeah, today's kind of slow. It might be this way the whole stream, or more people might drop in, because I can have up to 10 people at a time on camera. But a lot of times my stream, where I'm trying to make it to 2 hours, they end up going 3 or 4, because then later I get really busy, depending on who else is streaming and people are getting home from work and such. So usually things pick up as time goes on. You never know who and Michael, I invited Michael from Teaching Tech in, but he's camping with his family today, so he's unable to stop by. So I randomly invite him. I know he's really busy, so I only send him an invite every few months or so. But you never know who might pop in. Every Friday morning, I send out about 20 invites to different people on Twitch and on Facebook Market. And according to Sam's video I seen the other day, I think he's supersizing the pit droid. I think, based on the parts I've seen on the table, I think he's making a really big pit droid.
Yeah, I would think so.
Found out S3D has support for the P1P. Okay.
Kate, are you sure it's 25 by 25?
So Phoenix says, so Liam, how is the telescope wheelchair project working out?
It's been too cold to work on it in the garage because I don't have a heated garage and it's horribly cold here. I'm waiting for the weather to warm up and then I will spend some time on it. I'm thinking though, I have two issues. The wheel from the wheelchair wheels off to the top of where I'd be putting the scope seems to be pretty high, and I'm worried about clearance as it comes up over the top. and I'm also worried about clearance as it comes over the edge of the ramp over onto the flat surface into the bed. So I have to test that. And I'm all but if it's too high for my scope, the scope base to be on top of that, then the only other option is to drop it down and use like a towing system. And if I do a towing system, there may not be enough weight on the wheels to get enough torque to move that up and down that hill, that ramp. So I have a few things I have some testing to do to see if it works. Thanks, Kate. You're making me feel really good about your 60 degrees. Right now it's 22 outside. And snowing a little bit.
I wish it'd snow here. I don't want a lot of snow, but it'd be nice if I could build a snowman. That'd be cool. I would made a snowman since I was a little kid.
Dry snow like we get here, you can't build a snowman with.
Oh, it's too powdery.
It's powdery. When you in our late spring or in the beginning of our winter, when it starts the first snows, or late like in the end of winter as we're going into spring, where we get damp snow, that's great for building because it sticks together really well. But in the middle of our winter, or even now, it's powdery. When it's powdery, it won't stick together. You can't make anything out of it. It'll just fall apart. You can't even make a good snowball to throw at people, right? Because when you throw it in the air, it'll fall apart as it passes through the air.
I mean, I can drive to Mount Charleston if I want to see snow every year, and I don't. So there is somewhere I can go to find snow.
I'm going to export this, Jerry, and send it to you.
All right.
I want you to print it and measure the inside diameters, will you?
Yeah, I can throw it on the bamboo. What color do you want them, Kate?
Well, you're doing a test, so it doesn't matter when you're doing a test. But if it works out, then we can actually do multiples.
Doesn't matter. I got pretty much any color you can think of. Well, not any, but I got awful lot of colors. How are you sending it?
I'll email it to you, Jerry.
All right. Oh, wow. Kate, thank you very much for the $25 on PayPal. Wasn't necessary, but thank you very much. Helps out immensely. Yeah, I don't see it in my email. Let me check my trash.
You have to hit the send button first, Jerry, before it does that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the tech guy popping in. You know, the guy that's got a whole bunch of bamboos that print awesome. He does all kinds of cool Star Wars stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason. Hey, Jason, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
How are you?
Matt. Oh, Liam, I didn't see you. Hey.
Bumping up the temp seemed to help. I bumped it up 5 degrees from 220 to 225, and I've done a couple prints since then. I finished all my pit droid parts, no more fails, so that might have been a problem with the filament.
Hey, Jason.
What you got?
An Ori.
Ooh.
Or a laser cut wood.
It's only half
and
done,
all the
Liam.
gears are wooden. Watch, it actually moves.
It's only half done, Liam.
I know. I'll finish it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. No, that's really cool. I like the laser cut.
It's all laser cut wood, yeah.
Plywood, yeah.
Yeah, 3mm ply.
Mm.
Oh, by the way,
Hmm.
I hate the P1P.
Noted.
I'm still getting these lines.
I understand. I mean, you know, some machines are more advanced for folks. Some machines are, you know.
I think it's bearings problems. I think the bearings on them are bad.
Does it look like that? Looks like belts.
Well,
I don't know.
It looks like
it could
belts,
be anything.
But here's what I think it is. Right? I think the bearings are bad, and the lines I'm getting, because the lines are the same distance as the tooth of the belt.
Mm-hmm.
I measured. So what I think it is I think it's the bearings are under pressure when they're actually, I think the inside of the bearing is bad, right, in the idlers, because when under pressure, what I think is happening is when it's moving, it's getting stuck, and the belt is actually slipping over the idlers and creating a jumping effect, which is causing that ripple.
You think it's jumping over the toothed idler?
No, they're not. Half of them are smooth.
So why would it jump over a smooth? Wouldn't it slide across the smooth? Oh, I see what you're saying, that the teeth are bouncing.
Are jumping, because that's the exact gap the size of the teeth.
Hey, anything's possible. I don't know.
Possible.
Hey, Jason.
I agree. I'm
Hey,
exploring. I'm going to have to measure the size of the bearings in there and the idlers and go order some good quality ones myself and switch them out and see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, I believe they're hi Kate, that they are, hey non-fam, that they are just standard idlers.
Or they're
I mean, I didn't measure them. I just looked at them, and I think they're just.
They are, but I just need to. I think they're R22s.
Okay.
They're an R22 belt, but I need to know the diameter to make sure I get the right size inner diameter.
Right.
Hey, Jason, occasionally on my X1 carbon, when I go to start, one print gets done, I go to start the next print. The head's already in the back, you know, in the center or wherever it's normally at. Quite often, it makes like a grinding sound, like something is slipping, and then it does its thing, and then it prints. Doesn't do it every print, but it does do it. Are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
What's the height of the bed when you start that print? Is it all the way at the bottom?
Bed's all the way at the bottom.
That's why, because it tries to home and it's moving the bed down, so it's just slipping the.
It's like a rat-a-tat-tat, like a machine gun, sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the stepper. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Okay.
the stepper. So it's not. It doesn't hurt anything.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Just,
Yeah, it don't
it just
happen
makes
every
that
time, but-
noise. If you
Okay.
don't want, yeah, just if you see the bed at the bottom and you don't want the noise, then just raise it up 30 mil because I think it drops 20 or 30
Yeah.
Okay.
when it goes to home. So that's all that is. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. Then I don't have to wonder.
Did you get that file, Jerry?
Yeah, it's printing now. Once
Yeah.
it
So I
starts,
just
I'll
want you
show
to
it.
measure the inner diameter, the height, and the depth from the little lip on the clip
Okay.
to the back of it. So it
All right.
could be about 25 millimeter each way, or 24.5 millimeters.
Hey, Dusty Knuckles, how you doing today?
Hey, Dusty.
Hey, Dusty.
Congratulations on your printer.
Dusty Knuckles didn't Dusty
Tripod,
Knuckles win a
what's going
printer
on?
last night?
Yeah,
He did.
he did.
There you go.
Hey, John.
So what's
Lord
the
Moses,
Jason?
you just
What
have
the-
to wait 4 months.
Oh, he won on the loyal stream. Oh,
Yeah.
he won 6 months for it. Yeah.
I won a helmet on there last August, July, August.
You're still waiting for it.
It's coming. They told me.
So is Christmas.
I'm going to paint Buddy yellow.
Oh, there you
No,
go.
I mean,
And then I'm going to rust him up. So I got some matte color. I don't want him to be shiny. He wants to be.
You're gonna paint him the color of Matt. I mean, that's kind of pale.
Yeah.
He is, isn't he? Matt, see, have you ever noticed Matt's always in a dark room, but he still glows. He's so pale.
I'm radioactive, you know.
Yeah, right now
Matt's men are glow in the dark blue.
we've got 18 people on YouTube watching and 20 people on Twitch. So a total of 38 people currently watching.
There you go.
So Jerry has the file. He's going to run it, print it, and do some measurements and see how close I am, because I'm not printing it here. But he said he'll run it off, and he's Bamboo Lab.
Yeah, it's starting right now. The print's starting. The bamboo's making this noise. And it's really not that noisy. I mean, people talk about how noisy the bamboo is. Okay, I have a hearing problem, I think. My
What?
wife says I talk really loud. Yeah. But it's not that bad, and especially with the door shut. It's noisy, but it's not that bad.
You don't have to yell, Jerry. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a machine.
Mine's in the next room.
Hey, Derek, how you doing? You don't know it's
You hang
anything.
out with us. That's good enough, Kate.
You don't know it's nothing. We're here to help. We help out whenever we can. Lower my voice, she says.
Even Betty's
Yeah.
getting in on the action.
Yeah, she's always telling me to talk lower my
Oh,
voice.
I hear that all the time at home. Don't worry, it's not just you.
At least you can hear it.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Hutch, what's going on? Hutch, make a face.
It's
Hello,
called
hello.
selective deafness, Jason.
Well, I always
It
tell
is.
my wife, I'm line of sight. I need to see you before you talk to me. Don't talk to me from the bedroom or the living room. I can hear you talking, but I can't understand what you're saying.
Did anybody understand him? I didn't understand
Huh?
him.
Are you
Yeah.
speaking Chinese?
Was Jerry talking? What?
Yeah. He says it sounds like I'm yelling. Well, I don't know. It is
I
what
was
it is.
looking at Matt. You have to wait till I'm looking at you, Jerry, before you start talking.
This
All right,
logos,
yeah.
be careful. That's all I'm going to say is be careful. A lot of people have great effects with it, have had loves their P1Ps. I've had 2 in a row that I have problems with. So do a lot of testing before, and within the first 30 days, because you got 30 days to return it.
Got to see your mouth move. Yeah, Brandy, if you're not close enough to see my mouth move, don't talk to me because I can't understand you. So that works. Yeah, once that starts, I'll share my screen and show you.
Yeah, so I would that's all I would say is just be careful when you get it.
Yeah, I had a piece of Ziltech filament gray break off this morning. I went to feed a print. It broke off about a foot long. So I took the tube out of the back. You know, what's that thing called on the back that pulls the filament?
You mean the Bowden tube?
The feeder doohickey.
The buffer? The
The
buffer?
buffer. I unplugged the buffer and then I fed more filament in and pushed out the broken piece. And then I just retracted it because I had the filament randomly breaks. And I
So
hate
stop
when that
using
happens.
junk filament.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting a really good deal on it. So
Well, try drying it.
I got a real good deal on some square tires. You want to buy them?
ladies and
No, it's a
gentlemen,
great deal.
we've got the one, the only, the guy from over the pond, the real Sam Prentice. Hey, Sam.
No, he's the
I heard.
And we've got another man
Well,
popping in.
Well,
We've
look
got
at the time, guys. I
that
gotta be
hobby
going.
guy.
Oh, we have Rich.
Oh no!
Well,
First time ever, ladies and gentlemen. Jim from Edutech is stopping by.
What?
Hey,
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 Jim.
No
Hey.
way.
three
How's it
people in a
going?
row.
Same time.
Okay, Jerry,
Hello, everybody.
you planned this for all of them to come in at the same time to cause trouble, right?
He paid me $10.
How's it going?
hey, you got $10? That's more than I got.
Yeah, I got
How y'all
Should've
doing?
held out.
Wait. Is that Sam I see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, the
Oh,
gentleman
I'm-
apprentice, yeah.
I'm out of here.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
It's not Sam. Notice he hasn't
So-
said anything. It can't be Sam.
Not yet.
He's printed on his bamboo P1P. It's
Let
a
me
print.
tell you something right now. If Liam's on here, you're not going to get a word in edgeways anyway. So that's a bait right
That's
now.
saying
But-
a lot coming on
But
the
it's
Sam.
all
Just-
fact. It's
Come
all
on, that's
factual.
saying a
So
lot
pay
about
attention to him.
apprentice.
Right. Just wait till tomorrow's video. Just wait. That's all I'm saying.
I cannot wait.
But hey, I just wanted to pop in. I was lurking as you guys were talking, and I'm in the old setup here. If you can notice
The garage,
who
yeah.
that is. I see Tripod just text me back, but I got a new toy.
Ooh, a Mopar. Is it Mopar?
I don't know where to move my camera. There we go.
Fiber laser.
Is that a Mopar fiber?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it's a 30-watt MOPA laser. I haven't literally just got it out on the bench, and I'm clearly not in filming mode right now, but I was in unboxing mode. So
Jim,
Nice.
turn your camera sideways. It'll full screen. There you go.
that's
Oh,
better.
man.
Yeah.
Turn it back.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You don't want to see my
gotta
face
look up-
anyway.
Better is subjective, but that's okay.
You got to look up that video on YouTube called "Turn Your Phone."
Yeah.
How you doing?
Zoom, and zoom out a little bit.
Zoom in.
Very cool.
But yeah, so I'm playing with. I'm getting that going, and it's something new. But I wanted to pop in and say, hey, I wasn't good and I never had time. But I'm
Your hands over your microphone.
Yeah, word of advice there, Jim. Make sure you take the condom off first.
He's got his finger over the mic.
This is for you. This is for you.
Jim,
You're
you got
covering
your finger over the
Jim, I
mic
think,
hole.
with your hand.
Hopefully, I don't have a finger over my neck.
Your voice is muffled, Jim.
It sounds
Yeah.
too good. It sounds quality here.
It's quality, huh?
There
You
go.
sound like
It's coming
John at
back.
an Italian dinner.
After a couple of Long Islands.
Oh my
Whatever
word.
that is. You're all muffled.
Am I?
Yeah, we can see you clearly, but your voice is kind of muffled a little bit.
It's probably better that way.
All right. So we heard that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got TH3D Tim popping in. Hey, Tim.
Oh,
Hey, I was lurking for a bit.
now I really have to go.
Oh, yeah, get the hell out of here. What happened to your hair?
You cut it off.
He's just got out of the shower.
Oh, no. Oh, I see it behind you. I was very confused. I was like, oh, no. Nerdy
No,
J's going to lose all his power.
I was unboxing this monster and I saw Jerry's stream and I thought I'd pop in and say hi.
Yeah, awesome.
Sounds like
not
sounds
as,
fun.
I have to say it's not as big as tripods, but I'll learn.
Do you say that a lot?
Yeah, I think tripod.
So
bought
you've
like
seen
100
tripods?
something
You've
really
seen
crazy
tripods?
fast.
I mean, John had that
don't
name
go there,
before
Rich.
he
Come on
lost
now.
his leg. I don't know if you guys know that.
If you guys have any Lightburn questions, Rich, the LA hobby guy, specializes in Lightburn, anything and everything right down there. He's got an awesome
Nice.
channel.
So, Rich,
Yeah, Louisiana Hobby Guy, great channel, and the laser that's sitting next to you, great videos, man. I actually want that bad boy.
Yeah, they're currently out of stock, but
Yeah.
they sold out actually in the first 8 hours after I made the video. So, and then they sold out 3 more months by the next day of pre-orders. But they should be in full production. They just knocked out the wall to the warehouse next to them, hired some staff. They should be back in full production by May. You know what, Jim? I'll send Leo, the owner, your email and contact information, and he'll probably send you one.
Hey, if he does, he does. If not, I might have to just get one and support him anyway. It looked like a pretty awesome diode setup. So check out that video if you guys haven't yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is a nice setup.
awesome. Thanks for mentioning that.
And Sam's playing with resin printers and thermal cameras now.
Oh,
Within
Mr. Fancy Pants.
2 videos within 3 minutes of each other today, Sam.
Yeah, I just needed to get those dollar bills out, didn't I? You know what I mean? Nice.
The ones you're throwing at your pit droid?
That's right. That's right. You know, baby. Only ones though. Only ones.
The only
Only
problem with Sam's channel is that once you start watching, you sort of get stuck on it for hours and hours.
Well, no, the only problem with Sam's channel is Sam is on there.
You also get like these weird. It really messes with your YouTube recommendations. You start getting all these weird recommendations.
That's true. Right now we're stuck in a Tim stroking his puppy video. So
He is enjoying this. Okay, look at him. He's just taking it
And
all
by
in.
he, do you mean you or the dog?
Yes,
Both. Yes.
I love doggos.
So you think
This one, I will say, this one is much more cuddlier. This one's much cuddlier. They're much cuddlier than the German Shepherd. So, yeah, aren't you?
You're gonna put your mouth around that thing and pull it off, or what?
Do it.
Oh my gosh.
I dare you.
That can be taken so many ways.
Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to?
You can't pull it off currently because you know I need the footage from Caleb to make something silly happen in a video with. So, you know.
I mean, I can show you my balls.
All right.
We went to Micro Center, and I picked up a whole case. They had the sugar-free ones again. So
They're just salty ones. You just got the salty ones instead, yeah.
yeah. Well, you know, I went there to pick up a new laptop, and then I had to get some energy drinks.
Right.
So because my
And you decided
my Lenovo is like
Balls
6
give you the
years
best
old.
energy.
They do. I love balls in my mouth.
I drink Monster Orange or this other silver
I'm not
can. I
going
can't think
there.
of the flavor, but
Wait. If you mix those two, would it be Monster Balls?
I have Monster in the fridge. You want me to make some Monster balls?
Somebody needs to
Subsector,
capture
thank you very
this.
much for resubscribing. I appreciate it, Subsector.
Tim, you
Thanks-
need to capture
thanks for the
this and
comment,
put it on your
Kate.
website.
Yeah. Just a little clips. I've been like editing. We've been cutting out segments from like the Q&A streams and putting them in short segments. People seem to like those.
So Jerry, that is the Creality Falcon 2 22 watt that you just put up on screen there.
Oh, nice.
And
Is that a
it's
diode?
it is a
Yeah.
diode laser. Right now, it's
Do they have
running
like 4 diodes in there and then do a
Yes,
beam
it is,
combiner
yeah.
type thing?
What's the output?
the output they say is 22 watts. It's actually 4 6-watt diodes, so 24 watts. I'm guessing the collimating lens is what brings it down to 22. Right now, it's running at 20,000 millimeters per minute, doing the old world map.
Nice.
At least it has a case on it.
It is. I
That's
would
my biggest
say-
thing with the diodes is like, how do they not include like a cheap case? Like I bought one for mine. I've got an Atom Stack one that I mess with. But it's like, man, they smell so bad. I only use them in the garage. Like I see people use them in their houses. Like, holy crap!
I have
you
an
guys
extractor. I have an extracter.
not-
So for me,
But stock, they don't come with any of that stuff.
No. But
No,
I have
Tim, this
I
machine
extracted
does not
two
have a
outside.
case. This doesn't have a case.
Okay,
That's
so you
the-
put one on. Okay.
Yeah.
I put it in the Comgrow enclosure for
You
the.
got pretty good.
That's what I
big
bought was the
phone.
Comgrow one.
Yeah.
That's the same reason why we. That's the same reason why we keep Sam locked up in a little room. If we don't, man, he stinks so bad.
I thought those were Pokemon cards in the background for a sec. Then I realized there's those little like creepy Funko Pop things.
Ones. That's the ones.
I have one. I have a little Dilbert one floating around here that I had for a while.
It looks like a lot less
Krista
than
has
you
one
had, or
from-
did you rearrange them?
No, so I've moved most of the stuff out of the studio now. Well, I don't think there's any printers in here now. There might be one, maybe in bits. But yeah, no printers in here now. And now I just kind of need to, basically everything needs to come out and be kind of knocked around and redesigned and stuff, and walls painted and all that kind of stuff, if I can be bothered. So yeah, you know, it's the way it goes, isn't it? It's the way it goes. Well, I've got a new camera though, so you know, whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, you
Did
look
you,
really sharp.
What'd you get? A Logitech C920?
No, I've got a 2K. What is this? It's a
It's not
Acre-
hunting for autofocus, so it's probably not a Logitech.
Acre 2K camera thing.
No.
Literally just for this. But I need proper lighting and stuff in here yet. So you know.
The I'm not even using I have a fill light on this one. I use the Sony Alpha 6000s for mine, the Micro Four Thirds, but there's with my fill light on. I'm too lazy to turn on sometimes.
So,
Nice.
Jim, are you still going to be the MC at the Rocky Mountain Festival?
Yeah, we'll be there. It's going to be awesome, man. We're getting geared up about a month away. About a month away.
Yeah, 22nd next month.
Focus.
Are you going to be at
Speaking
Murph as well?
Speaking of hunting for autofocus,
Right. It does work pretty well most of the time.
There we go.
Are you
Yeah.
going to be at Murph as well?
plan is to be at Murph as well, and hopefully Earth and Lightburn has a Lightburn thing coming up too. I totally lost the name of it all of a sudden.
I saw that. Yeah.
So it's over in Peoria by Joe. So I might be down there.
Okay.
But yeah, right now the plan is Rocky Mountain Rip Rap Festival. We're gonna rock and roll. I get to pretend I'm Sam doing the Death Racer Battle Racers, whatever we're calling them there. And
Death Racers.
yeah. And I'm really pumped up for those. I'm really pumped up for drag racers too. There's no way these things are coming out of these races like in one piece. They are so fast. The control is going to be weird, and I'm super excited to see what happens there. But yeah, it's a lot of fun the whole weekend. Run around, mess with people that come play, and yeah, good stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I got a company contact me yesterday, and they're going to send me out diode laser they got on pre-order, or you can buy it on pre-order. I'm not going to say the company name yet until I actually get in the mail and tracking. It's between 30 and 40 watts. It's got 6 or 7 diodes stacked on each other.
Jesus.
I'm looking at some pictures, so I'll wait till I get it before I talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, those things are awesome, but there's a point where that is just going to be too much. Yes.
Gorgeous.
That's right. It's going to be phenomenal, guys. Don't forget to get up to the Rocky Mountain Rap Rap Festival.
Yeah.
I'm going to be emceeing all weekend. You're not going to
Weird
believe
Al.
it. It's going to be phenomenal.
Can you
Yeah.
tell
Oh my
us something,
God.
Weird Al?
Sam,
Where did you get the
Sam,
gym wig from?
You got to do this every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
totally does. I just said my hair is so big.
That's why he
Yeah.
pulled his hair back, so you don't have to mess with it in his videos.
Oh, there you
It's a
go.
real wig. It's Jim's last season hair. We cut it off.
He's just got a flex on all of us that are going bald. You know, he's like, I've
Yeah,
so much
I like to shave my head like a sheep, and then Sam takes that and makes a wig out of it. You know.
That's it. They made a song out of it, actually.
So my laser area and CNC area is a disaster right now because I've been cleaning and working on this. I haven't been in this space in a long time.
Jim, you're making it sound like that's not its normal state. We
Oh,
all
it
know the
is.
Truth. Okay.
It is.
We all
That's
know.
awesome. Nice work, Jerry.
Are
Those
those
are cool.
light speeds ones? I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those. Like those are pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, if you rub it, light speed comes out of it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Lightspeed made these too tight for his beer bottles. He drinks Coors Light, and they're really tight. So I oversized it. I think 3 or 4% in my
Just a
video.
little bit.
So now everything fits fine.
Yeah.
Now you put the plug
Hey
back.
Jerry,
in,
your quality is like 480p on my end. I don't know how it looks on the streamer's end. But
you have
there's
to
not
choose the
many
quality now.
pixels. There's not many pixels. I'm seeing.
I'm not sure what's going on.
You got to choose
Yeah, it looks-
quality when you log
We're
in.
gonna start
pretty
playing with we're gonna start playing with StreamYards on the TS3D channel with for the Ask Tims, like because we're gonna bring Tor and Peter and stuff in to like kind of tag team things and get different perspectives, and I ponied up for the 1080p one, so we're gonna be playing with that.
Well,
What
that's
I found,
awesome.
What I found with that, Tim, was that sometimes you
Hey,
get
Westerly
some
one.
bandwidth glitches.
And it
So
doesn't go back to the higher
yeah,
quality.
It
That
can,
sucks.
It can really go bad. I did a couple of live streams and people were complaining about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
the next one I did was just bare ass YouTube. Just did it.
Yeah, like yours
whatever.
looks pretty good. Jason's looks super sharp.
Tim looks
Rich, what camera are you using?
Tim
Because
looks
I see
fuzzy
it's moving.
The
Like the one it moves.
Yeah, I'm using the Insta360.
I've never heard of that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's a real popular camera.
That's the new one, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it. I'm Googling it.
Tim. It's not the Insta360. It's made by Insta, but it's one that follows.
Insta360 Link.
Yeah,
I
Link.
see it
is
right
what
here.
it's
Yeah,
called.
Link. I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
pretty
cool. So
slick.
it's on like a gimbal and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, that thing freaking moves.
Chat, how does my video look? I'm going to pull everybody up, and please tell me in chat how everybody's video looks. I got an Xbox
Horrible.
4K, but my internet isn't the best. Here comes Matt.
Yeah,
And
he's-
Matt's video.
Surprise.
Max a little
What?
pixely. Sam's okay.
Sam is a little
Sam's
yellow.
also-
He's really sharp, but everything's yellowish.
yeah,
right?
the I've got bulbs above my head which are yellow.
All right.
Come on, switch those out to some like
Hey,
5 or 6,000.
That's all they have.
Jason looks
Really
great.
sharp. I'm seeing Jason. Good
Jason's
lighting.
like, I
clear.
am the man. I am the freaking man. Look
That's
at my
clear. That's
quality.
Here comes Rich.
Jason,
I'm all about the
Jason's
quality.
good stuff there.
Rich is okay.
And I think you're on cell phone.
I think it's
Whoa.
more
It
I
looks
think
good.
it's StreamYards. Do they like deprioritize if you don't pony up for like the
No, when you
1080p?
first log in, you choose what you want. It was trying
Yeah,
to
I
log
saw-
me in at
480 or 720.
480.
I'm not paying for 1080.
Yeah. Wait. So you're paying for 1080, Jerry?
No, I'm not. I tried it for a few
Oh,
months.
'cause
And I
I
didn't
was
see a
gonna-
reason to keep it.
I was
But
gonna
you
say
gotta,
because
you
I
gotta
don't have
pick
1080 on
720
mine.
when you log in.
Yeah, it's
Right.
$50 a month. Now Tim to me looks kind of fuzzy. It doesn't look real
Yeah.
sharp.
Tim's fuzzy.
You muted yourself, Tim.
No, he
Well,
sounds
Tim,
great.
Tim is always fuzzy
Yeah.
around the edges.
You're muted, Tim.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So there, I just flipped mine from. Okay, I'm in the settings. So here's 360, and then I'm gonna flip it back to 720. Now my resolution is set to 720.
Not
It looks
much of a
worse than
difference.
360.
Yeah, it's got to be StreamYards doing something stupid.
That's just the real Tim.
I'm so pixely.
I taped a video with them.
8-bit
I've done a
Tim.
recording a few weeks ago, and then I put it in DaVinci, and it was kind of lagging, but I thought it was just DaVinci. Once I uploaded it to YouTube, I'm like, oh God. The audio was fine, but my video kept freezing throughout the video. So
Weird.
What other platforms like StreamYards exist that we
There's
like other than?
Restream and a couple of others out there like that.
I played with Restream for a while, and they were very buggy. I stopped paying for them because they were super buggy.
If you use like Streamlabs OBS, you can bring people in now.
ladies
you
and
have
gentlemen,
any
we've got the
select
one, the
OBS
only
Ninja?
Tom Lama. Hey, Tom.
Llama!
Oh, hey.
What's up?
I still have your clock. It's just in my other office.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
It should be in the video where everyone can see it.
I like how you threw that out right in the beginning. I still have your clock.
Yeah.
Because it reminds me, every time I see it, I was like, I like that clock. It's a nice clock.
Digital Dragon. Hello, hello. Thanks
Yeah,
for
that
stopping in.
Came out pretty well, actually.
Yeah, it came out really nice. I
Hey,
like
Sam. You need one of those?
I've got one of those. Mine works really well.
No. You want another one?
No, I don't
Give
want
it to
your
John.
one.
He needs to figure out how to use them.
I don't want your one.
Ooh.
Have you
What are you
got
trying to get rid
have you got something from Slice though?
I'll play with it, Jim, if you want, but I don't want to keep it. I have no.
Have I got
no
something
desire.
from Slice?
Have you got something new from Slice?
Would it be?
Oh, mosquito!
The
I have one of those.
kinetic.
Is that the Magnum or the regular one?
Did it come with a sucker?
Do the Magnums
No,
come
there's
with
not a
sucker?
Sam in every box.
Ah!
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And then they got the date wrong.
Oh,
Okay,
Yeah. Something wrong with the shipment that came in?
yeah, that's it. Let's hulk it up a little bit. Yeah.
Cooking up.
Yeah, I got one. I'm here, but obviously not here. I mean,
Exactly. Look at this. This is talking in code.
you want to see something
Oh.
that's going to change drastically soon? Right, this laser over here.
Is it a desk?
Yeah, it's actually a big cabinet or like a shelving
Ladies and
thing.
gentlemen, we've got the one, the only Justin, Brencore 3D.
Wait, there's Jim?
That's pretty much going to change pretty quick.
Hey, Justin.
What's up, Jim?
What's up, baby?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Jim, is that the G-Wick or the Polar?
Yeah, that's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird going selfie cam here. Yeah, that's the G-Wick.
Yeah, nice. I have one too. I just got one.
Camera mess.
Yeah, no bad machines. You have a blue and white Chinese also over there.
Yeah.
And you have both of these are going to go pretty quickly. I have something better coming.
Well, you're catching up to me. 15 more and you'll be caught up.
I've got
Nope.
a K40 that I got a bunch of upgrades I got to put in. I just haven't done it.
Nice.
Big Sky Fire, that Creality laser is off the charts. Awesome.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's on par with the Rolly, but the difference is the Rolly has the enclosure and this one does not. But I'm going to tell you that it's got all kinds of features on it that are really neat. You can control the air assist and light burn. It tells
Wow.
it tells you when the lens needs to be cleaned. There's 3 little dots on the laser head, 3 little LEDs that change color that let you know just about everything about it. So yeah, I'm having fun with it. And
Did you
a good review.
Did you open up the head to see if it actually has the 4 diodes in there?
I did not. No, I haven't taken it apart yet.
Rich, are you saying that Creality for a change are moving forward instead of backwards?
Creality what?
Are they moving forward instead of backwards?
Yeah, they're moving forwards. I mean, this is a high quality product, really high quality.
Yeah, I turned that down. I've been turning elastic down because one, I don't have room, but for two, I'm doing what am I doing here? Different things with the channel.
I can't understand what he's saying. Yeah.
We can't understand you, Jim.
Yeah, Jim.
I'm grounding.
You sound
sounds like he's drunk.
Jim, it sounds very much like you're sucking on a very large lollipop.
Hey, that's what you're calling it now.
Hey, we've all got our safe words, dude.
Hippopotamus.
Sam, we've learned way more about you just now than we ever knew, and that we ever knew.
Jim, here's your test word. Say toilet.
Yeah. I got to go anyway. My little guy's up, and I just wanted to say hi, but maybe next time I'll actually wear a microphone.
You don't want to know about your little guy being up there.
Yeah, I bet he's
Jim, you're always welcome.
All right. Watch out for tomorrow's video. Sam may or may not make an appearance.
It depends on how your editing goes, right?
Caleb always has fun with the editing, so you never know what's going to happen.
I need to find a Caleb do my video editing. I hate video editing so much.
Oh. It's nice, but it has Caleb's awesome. He makes some funny stuff happen, and the only downfall is, say you're working on something like Sam does, and you want to put it out like right now. I have to be always ahead so he can edit, right? So I'm not editing at home, so I can't just film right now and drop it tomorrow, right? But at the same time, it's better for me to plan ahead because otherwise weird shit happens. So, but all right, guys, hey, have a great day. I hope everybody has a good one. Don't forget to come to Remurf in about a month, and we will see everybody there. Tim, I'm like 2 booths down from you, man.
I know. I think Justin did that on purpose.
Nope, that was not intentional.
Get a restraining order.
Yeah, I did. Although
it's going to be a blast,
I feel like he was messing me. He put us right next to Capricorn, so I'm like,
yeah.
Do that. Everyone got to choose their own.
I love it. No
one knew
all right, guys.
was either.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you guys later.
Bye, Jim.
Jim.
Bye, guys.
Bye, bye, Jimmy.
And now
Sam,
it's quiet.
question for you, right?
Yes.
So, I thought I'd seen them before, and I probably glanced over them, and now I can't find them. Are there specific files for using the metal dome on R2?
Measure it, Jerry.
That I need to get from Michael, or that somebody has done?
No. So on a metal dome, all it is there's a ring on the bottom of it.
Right.
And basically, it's essentially the same principle. So the prongs that sit up on the Badley slip ring, you should be able to just drop that straight on.
Okay, because the holes don't line up, so that's why I was wondering. So maybe it's just because of the Lazy Susan that I have. So just drill it.
Which dome did you get? Did you get a Towersy dome, or did you get the one from Darren?
Granite Earth.
Granite Earth. Okay, yeah. So they probably won't actually.
Okay.
You can get. I imagine they've probably made something for it. But ultimately, if anything, Badley would have probably cadded around Lee's dome because obviously he's in the UK rather than Darren's dome. But I suspect someone else has probably made an adaptation for it. So yeah, ping Michael an email.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I had seen something in the files, but I don't know. I'll look back through.
Cool.
Are you asking Sam for some dome? Is that what I'm hearing?
I am. And it's the best you can get.
He likes shiny dome.
I think
he is a self-proclaimed master at work. So
exactly right. That. So you're going metal. So you're going metal on your printed droid, then, yeah?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. That's what I would do. 100%.
Hey, Sam, according to your parts you had on your table, are you making your pit droid really big?
No, that's a standard size one.
Okay. Well, that's what I got here. I got all my parts printed. I just got to prime and paint.
Nice. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, it looks good.
Instead of printing it, okay, I didn't want to print it on the bamboo in 4 pieces, so I printed it in 2 pieces on my iPass, where it's got the seam down here near the bottom.
That's nice.
Yeah, you're lucky. I'm due to working with bamboo. Kind of everything needs to be printed on the bamboo. So
I could have done it in 1 piece, but I don't want any kind of support damage. So I just did it in 2 and flat on the bed. Perfect.
That's good. That's really good. Well, I mean, I will say the battle droid printed in 4 days came out really, really well. And there's a couple of other droids that they're working on at the minute, which are in the latest series. There's a blue droid that I'm really keen to. Yeah,
droid. Yeah,
the Bo-Katan's droid. That's the one that I would really like to do. And I've got the top files and the head and everything for that already. Dave's already sent those over to me.
The head's different, Sam.
The neck is different.
He said the head was going to be a little bit different. It'd be very close, but details would be a little different. But it'll work.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, however you want to do it. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Well, it might take me about a day to print it anyway. So you know what I'm like. So
it's a whole day.
A whole day.
You're slacking.
Hey, Liam, you guys, where'd I put my caliper at? I can't find it.
How am I supposed to know?
You know everything else. What?
That's why I turned my light on.
What? Sorry.
Oh,
I forgot you were his wife, Liam. God.
It's nice I know the answer.
See you there, Jason.
The last place he put it is where it is, right?
See, we knew you knew.
These would be really cool to put on something. I got 3 of them. They're out of a projection TV.
Yeah, maybe Jim's underpants.
He's not here to defend himself now anymore.
He was never in the game to defend himself. Bless him. There's been quite a lot. If you guys haven't seen, there's been quite a lot going on with Jim as of late. I did we're judging a competition for the winning a bamboo P1P on the Fangs platform. So at the end of the video, I have the mini Jim, but he's big, and then I full on passionately kiss him. And as you've just heard, we're doing something for a video that Jim's working on at the minute. So it's good. It's good fun. I really like it when you see another influencer or whatever you want to call them get involved with something like that. It's kind of funny.
So circling back to the kissing thing, are you referring to the printed Jim or Jim?
Well,
just
Sure. Let's answer that question efficiently, Jason. Because Jim's not here. I'm having to make do. Some people have silicon dolls, blow-up dolls. I've got to do with the PLA Jim. So that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
Okay.
It's the sacrifices you make.
So since he's doing that with a 3D printed version of Jim,
doing what?
Liam?
Going
to be at Murph.
No one can understand.
They need to do it live.
What is he doing exactly, Liam?
I'm not going to go there. It's supposed to be a family show. I'm going to try and keep it clean.
Well, then they should not have a lot of these people on here if this is supposed to be a family show. I'm just saying. I am speaking for myself.
I saw no disclaimer.
I mean, it is Jerry's stream, so family is
Yeah, it's way too big.
Well, make a bigger pit droid then.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, you scale up all your other prints. Come on.
Yeah.
Get on it. Scale it to fit.
But this is a great deal on Etsy. Jason gave me a link on Etsy where you can buy all the parts for the pit droid. $49, I think it was, free shipping. They came out of California. Got them in a few days. And I don't want to have to source everything that I need, because then a lot of that you got to buy in bulk. And if you're going to do lots of droids, bulk's no big deal if you want to spend a lot of money. But it's got the little light kit. It's got everything I need right here. And I think it was a great deal for $49 for one droid.
Yeah, it's not bad, because I bought all the bolts for these separately, right? The kits where it's got so many of the 4s and the 6s and the 8s or whatever.
Yeah.
Which worked out well in the end, because I had enough to do 3+ without having to buy more. But if you're just planning to do that one, you're about the same price, if not
cool.
less, plus a little light kit for the eye and a
Thanks,
lens.
Tim.
And I ended up putting in the plasma light and thing in for the eye or the nose or whatever it is.
Darren's doing some pixel. I can't remember what they call it now. Pixel something or others for the dome for the R2 now. I don't know if you've seen those. I think might have a set here.
Yes.
You've seen those?
I did. Yep. Because I looked at them because I was trying to decide what I was going to do, and I decided I'm going to strand fiber.
Okay. Well, this is so in this one here. These are fiber optics in here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really see that they're fiber optics, and on the back as well. If we can spin it around, that's all fiber optic in the back as well. There, bit blown out, but the kit that's here is pretty awesome. So that's the kit that comes out. So you've got a couple of PSIs there. And you've got like a little mini Arduino kit and all the RC stuff. So this is going in a different dome. So to answer your question, how I probably know the answer on that, it's like I say, I'm building another R2 dome. So yeah.
Did you sell your movie R2?
I did sell my movie R2.
Nice.
Yep, that went. God, when did that go? A couple of years ago, I guess now.
Yeah.
Must be.
Did they keep the name SHP?
They did. They made a toy of it as well.
I saw the toy. I haven't been able to find it anywhere, but I saw somebody saw it at Galaxy's Edge or somewhere.
Well, they made a few actually. So long story short, that was the toy they made, and if you can see here, the SHP and LE5 are the two that it was different domes basically that we shot on. SHP is my initials. The H is my wife's first initial.
Nice.
And then, as a special thing, they also made these are the metal ones. And this is a bit special actually because if I can open it up, hang on. If I can open it up, how do we get into it? Hang on.
It's a child-proof box. Don't worry.
3D PUK.
It's why he's having a hard time.
Hang on a second.
Well, something special here.
It's been a while since I've been into this.
What's in the box?
Oh God! Why is it all stuck together?
That's what she said.
No, I'm not touching that.
That's what she
Yeah,
said.
we're going to do a giveaway in a minute for a roll of Ziltech filament. Everybody in chat, hashtag USA. And Tim from TH3D was nice enough to donate a roll of spaghetti filament. Any color he has in stock, that'll be USA only, and I'll show his website in a minute. Thank you very much, Tim, and everybody in chat. You can thank Tim for the second giveaway we'll be doing.
Thanks, Tim.
Oh, wow.
Yay, free stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, so if you see down the bottom here, that was the droid that was shot at Pinewood Studios in the 3D studio, and then of course, then they actually made a die-cast version of this as well.
You gonna take them and make them like fight each other? Just
Yeah, they don't really come out
or are
the
they
box.
just for looking at?
Yeah, it's those it's kind of adult toys, not those adult toys, but adult toys in general.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, right.
So you're saying they have attachments?
Yeah,
They're very modular.
these things pop
Modular is a
out.
word.
It's
So all the attachments are things that jiggle and wiggle up and down. Okay, we get it.
Yeah.
So that's in the UK. Do they come in a 120 volt version for
How'd
the
it come
US?
out?
Hello.
Oh, nice.
That's at 20,000 millimeters per minute. And,
So that was, you started that not long ago. What was that? 15 minutes or so?
no, I started it. Let me look at Lightburn. Hang on a second. Let's see. Console. Starting stream. Stream completed in 49 minutes and 6 seconds. Yeah. So this took 49 minutes and 6 seconds. I have the 20,000 and 85% power for the engrave and 730 millimeters per minute and 80% power for the cut. And that's the final result.
Very nice.
And this is a trace, by the way. This is not an actual. This isn't the picture. I traced the picture, so the picture would come out better. But I didn't want to take that long to do the picture. it's doing a really fine job on this Falcon 2. I mean, it's really a good machine. I'm enjoying it. Now you can see, maybe if I switch back to the other shot, you see that light that's flashing right there? The air assist is off, so it lets you know that it's off. If I start a job, that'll turn green. And the one in the middle is what is the one in the middle? I can't remember what the one in the middle is. The one on the right is the lens. So if the lens gets dirty, that'll turn to yellow. Let's see. The one in the middle is, that's the fire, in case of fire, the fire detector.
Oh, that's good. Man, ANET could use those on their printers.
Yeah. And then if you look to the left of the module, that black box, that's the M8, M7 controller for the air assist.
Huh.
Nice. Well, maybe Creality's finally found their niche.
Yeah, this is a really nice machine. Like I said, this is
Carl,
I feel like Creality's development teams are all highly segmented and siloed, so they have like no idea what either is doing. And like there's like a bunch of competent teams, there's a bunch of other teams that are just like, that's where they put the B team players.
Well, to be honest with you, Tim, I'll tell you exactly what happens. There's a load of them in Solitude, and they have these paper cups, and Creality are in one, Sovor in the other, and then Anycubic are in another one, and they talk very loudly to each other, and they come up with very similar ideas. So,
I don't think Anycubic is part of that. I know Solval is associated with Creality in some way, shape, or form.
Well, it's interesting though, isn't it, that you've got the K1 and you've got the Cobra 2 coming out literally at the same time. So, you know,
yeah,
it's
because I know Solval, because I've talked to people that work at Solval, and they're not like a subsidiary of Creality, but they work with them. That's why you see a lot of Creality's parts on the Solval machines.
Correct.
So that's a name badge that I made with the Romark LaserMax. That took less than a minute to engrave, and it engraved and cut it out. And actually, I have a piece of the Romax here. I did another badge in gold. I don't know where that one is, but this is the actual Romax itself.
Well, that's gold and black, right?
Yeah, this one's gold and black, and then I did the black and white.
That's nice, very nice.
Way back in history, I used to work for a company. Used to do signs and badges, and then we used to use a laser. We actually used that.
Was it Blue Peter?
Spin it like a mini CNC machine to engrave those.
Was it Blue Peter, Liam?
No, that's an English thing.
Okay.
No, I work for a company. We used to make signage and so on, and at one point, and we used to use like mini CNC machines that would actually go and it would engrave on that material.
He bumped his camera or something.
Answer Ethan's dad. Yes, it is Canon, and if you Google it, R2 SHP, you'll see it there. It's all in the manuals.
Hey, John Strand.
All in that kind of crazy stuff. Weirdly enough, they had they are kissing cousins. Yeah, it's weird because they actually had masculine and feminine programming, and it was kind of like the first time that the sex in a droid had been sort of spoken about, because R2D2 is sort of asexual. You don't really know if he's a he or if he's a she. It's like modern life today, right? But the masculine and feminine programming on those two droids was quite a weird thing for them to come out with for the first time. So there you go.
They've done that with the other protocol droids that look like 3PO.
That's since then, yes, 100%. But it's weird that before that, there was a going back to the original films, and certainly the figures, because I used to collect a lot of the 1977-85 figures as well. There's only one black character, and they made a really big thing out of that, certainly in modern filming as well. Oh, we're losing focus for a change here. Here we go. Look at that. Certainly in modern filming, that's really a big part of what they're about now. So, being inclusive and all the rest of that kind of stuff. So
yeah, Mandalorian has been really cool if you've been watching that. And that's really neat how they're using, instead of green screens, big giant LED screens. They can just rotate them and go to the next scene, and it looks like you're really there wherever it might be.
Amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Yeah. I mean, there's still certainly on the TV side versus an actual film, the production on a film is very different to what it is on TV. but seeing the sets and being part of that was quite a magical thing. Certainly when you're on, I got to walk around on the on a Star Destroyer, for example. That was mad, and they had these safety parts up. So there was a part where you could literally just fall into a cavity if you weren't watching where you were going, and they had these little bars up so you couldn't basically fall into the ship. And and when you see that on screen, you're like, oh my god, I was just mucking around on set there, or I was hiding behind that rock, or I was that side of the whatever at that point. So yeah, really interesting stuff. But from what I've heard, even with the stuff that's being filmed in the UK for the series at the minute, they're still doing a lot of practical effects. They're building villages, they're building big things for the films or for the series. So serious stuff. A lot of the stuff that was in episode 9 was flown out to the States to be in the latest stuff that they're doing out there. So a lot of it's been reused, repainted, or the stuff wasn't used at all is now being used on set for that.
Yeah, every time I watch a show, I don't know if I'm watching a green screen, if it's just some tables and props around them, what's real, what's not real. And then you get, what's his name? Top Gun. What's his name?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise will be doing these real stunts out of airplanes and hanging off buildings when that could be faked easy enough, but he's not. I'm thinking
he's doing them himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to tell what's real and what's not real nowadays, but it's amazing.
He doesn't.
When I watch movies, I really get into a movie like I'm really there.
Have you guys messed with any of the NVIDIA AI stuff?
Appreciate it. Thank
you.
You
have a NVIDIA graphics card?
Which ones?
So
the
they've got
NVIDIA
the
broadcast?
the broadcast. So they got like the virtual green screen, which works really freaking well, and then like the AI.
Awesome super chat.
Sorry about that.
I gotta get all that fancy stuff set up for my stream. I'm very basic on my stuff. I also took the chat. I used to have the chat feed on ours, and then like people were saying some stuff in there, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna not have that embedded on the video recording.
Yeah, Tim, you've changed your thumbnails. You've done a lot of great improvements. Your channel is really coming along. So
yeah, we got our new. Did you see the new intro?
Yeah,
took like 4 hours for a 30-second clip between shooting all the footage and then editing it. Hang on, I think I can upload it. It's like a 16-second clip. Yeah.
Welcome to the world of editing, Tim.
I hate it. Like. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I've spent 2 days in editing.
There you go.
Loads and just editing 2 videos. Oh wow.
Yeah. So that was like 3 to 4 hours work.
Wow. I was surprised there wasn't a picture of you at the end smiling. or
did you like that? I'm really like that. So that's the printer that I have up here now. That's the one I took the video, and that I put my A6000 really close to turn the aperture all the way down and record that with lights off and stuff.
That's a cool background, Jason.
Who did we lose?
That's NVIDIA broadcast.
Yeah.
Who dropped off camera?
Yeah, I have NVIDIA broadcast installed, but I don't use it.
Nobody.
I'm just using my headset. Is my audio okay? I'm just using my headset mic today.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Hey, old curmudgeon.
Old curmudgeon's in the house.
Well, hey, folks, I'm gonna run.
On which side? On the left. On the left is a new Easy ABL sensor that is in testing right now, and the right is a 5015 fan.
Wow. You say you got to take off, Jason?
Yeah, I got to run. But hey, good seeing everybody.
His space shuttle is getting ready to take off. Okay.
Thank you very much for coming by. I really appreciate it. And you're always welcome each and every Saturday.
Yeah,
lovely to see you,
Stop
Jason.
by when I can.
Take care.
What's
Thank
that?
you. Take care.
Lovely to see you.
I know.
So humble.
Of course, I am. I wouldn't. I'm not conceited. That'd be a fault, and I don't have any. So
Jason,
take care.
Jason, you coming out to any of the Retro festivals?
I'm trying to work it out. They're falling on some dates that are going to be rough for me to take, but I might be able to. So I want to if I can.
Let me know. Let me know.
Okay. All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Jerry, I've got to go too. I got a lot of cleaning up here to do here in the shop, and I'm still testing this Falcon 2, and I've got 4 more 20-watt lasers that came in the last week. So
wow.
I got a lot of work ahead of me.
Rich,
such a hard life.
Thank you very
Too
much
many
for stopping
lasers.
by. It's always, I love seeing you, and I'll keep up the great work on all your videos.
Thanks a lot, Jerry.
Take care, Rich.
Take care.
Bye,
Have a great
guys.
day.
See you all
Bye-bye.
soon.
Later. Nice meeting you, Rich.
Bye.
If anybody, I'll just put this out there. If anybody ends up having like a fiber laser they want to get rid of, let me know because I'm kind of looking for a deal on one just to play with, but I can't justify buying a brand new one.
Speak to
Yeah, I want to
Tripod.
review one, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I already told John. I was like, if you get rid of one, I call first dibs. I was like, I'll buy it from you. I'm not asking for a handout.
John's only
He's got
got
stuff,
one
he's got
fiber,
stuff
doesn't he?
that will be sitting on his wall for years. They'll
Right.
just be sat there.
I
doesn't use
I
anything.
used to be like that. So I am down to one printer. So the file I'm printing right now is it's a bracket to put our Easy AV on the SV01 Pro to get rid of the Zero Touch there. That's what I was designing in Fusion here. So it's on my to-do list. So I figured I might as well do it while we're hanging out.
Yeah, well, I heard that John is giving up lasers altogether, and
Really, I have
instead
to talk to him.
No, he's getting into falling over quite a lot and breaking cars. That's going to be his
He has
new
the worst
thing.
luck with the cars. I was talking to him about that. I was like, damn. Hard to get rid of the diode. I have friends that are looking for the diode lasers, John. You know you're like an hour from me.
I sold 6
can
diode
hook you up.
lasers over the last couple months, and
Yeah.
I kept my Otur Laser Master 3 and my X-Tool 10 watt I kept.
I've got the 10 watt. I think it's a 10 watt Atom stack. So I'm gonna keep that, and then I got my K40. So for little laser stuff, I've got basically what I need. I just don't have a fiber.
My K40 is the hardest working laser I got. It's always busy.
It works. So it works right now, but I have new lenses for it. Like all the lenses, I got all new lenses for it. I got an air assist head to add on to it. I got the pump for it. I also got a motorized Z table from Light Object. So I've got a bunch of nice upgrades to make it really, really good.
You know what's going to happen though? The moment you change the lens and everything like that, you have to go through the refocusing process.
I'm fine with that. It's just kind of like hobbled together right now. Like it works. Like if I need to fire it up and do something, it works. But I'm gonna bring it in here, drain the loop and everything.
Mine's busy right now. My K40 is busy right now.
Yeah, it works well enough. Like when all the human malware stuff was happening, we actually used it to cut face shields out.
Yeah, I use it to
We
do.
used it heavily. We probably made about 2,000 of those shields on that thing, and it was just
I
running.
do a regular job where I laser engrave these sticks for a guy who has it's for coin testing.
Okay.
You can't see it; it's in the corner. But here, I laser engrave these sticks for this guy.
Yeah, I see him.
And I do bunches of these for him.
What's the cheapest laser?
We're going to give away 2 rolls of
Carbon
filament, 1 roll from Ziltech, and Tim is going to donate a roll from TH3D Studio. His spaghetti filament, any one color that he has in stock, USA only.
So the ones that say read more, those are ones that we're waiting on a restock. If it says add to cart, those are in stock. So the Sahara Night. We got our chromatic. Yeah, anything that says add to cart, we have those in stock ready to ship. We're waiting on.
What are you carrying?
What's that?
You got a
Whose
donation
filament are you
there.
carrying?
You got a donation.
That's our own
there,
stuff
Jerry.
that we're getting made first.
What?
You got a donation there, Jerry.
Rich, the LA Hobby Guy. Thank you very much, Rich. Wow, thank you. I got a button for that. Here, let me find it. I got a button for that.
Awesome super chat.
Thank you. That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Dear God, this dog is so needy. Hi. Yeah, we got all sorts of. So and the thing is too, if you guys are ever shopping on our site, those are pictures of the actual filament. They're not like edited. Those are actual test prints done with the filament, so you can actually kind of get an idea what it prints. The only ones that you can't really get a good idea of are like the ones that change throughout, but you can get an idea how it like starts out. So, but I took the time to do all that so people can see like what we have and like what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what color I used on this print. I'm going to show you here in a minute.
I think it was either the Bernie the Dino. I think it was Bernie the Dino. It was the purple.
It was a purple, red / green, which would be this one.
Yeah, that's the Bernie the Dino. Yeah, and that's a nice color. So it's like a light purple with a green. And like it's hard to tell. Like if I didn't have those pictures of those coins, like those are prints we did with them. Like it'd be hard to tell like what it looks like because that's the bicolor. So there's 2 different strands that are fused into one. Hi, Pupper. Come here. Why are you so
guys,
needy?
everybody in chat that wants a chance on winning, hashtag USA in chat. It will be USA only. So if you live out of the country and you win, it must go to somebody in the USA. That's acceptable. If you just like winning stuff. Hashtag USA in chat. You must be present at the time, and you have to contact me with, let's say, today, tomorrow, by Monday morning. Let me know what you want. You go to th3dstudio.com, look at their in-stock spaghetti filament, and you will go to ziltech.com, their in-stock filament. But I need to know right away. If you wait till next week and you say, hey, it's a week later, here's what I want, that ain't going to work. Contact me within 48 hours after winning, or even today. As soon as we do the 2 drawings, I'm going to put my email in chat, write down my email, or see it there on the screen, and then email me and let me know what you're interested in. So here we go. We're drawing 2 rolls. The first one will be for, we'll do Ziltech first, and we'll do one from TH3D. So here we go with Ziltech. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on. Come on. You don't know how much I need this.
Hey, Steven. I know Steven.
Steven. Rick. Steven, are you still here?
Come on, Steven. Get in the chat.
Steven Poole, are you still here?
No, come
Seriously,
on,
Steven, you're not
draw.
Count down from 10.
Steven Poole, are you still here? He's on
You got to give him a few minutes.
Twitch.
Because Twitch is wicked behind and delay, like almost a minute.
Steven Poole, are you here?
Anyone for anything else? Here we go then. Let's draw again.
Oh
my name is Steve.
Sam, you missed your true calling as a carny.
Yeah, I want to roll a filament from Nick about a week ago, but I was in the restroom and I told him I'd already left and I missed out. So
yeah, I messaged you.
Yeah, but they'd already redrawn. Steven Poole, say something.
I don't think he's listening.
I don't think he's either not listening or he's not here.
Bites if he's not here. Yeah.
Okay, counting down from 10, and we're going to redraw. If Steven Poole don't say something in chat. 10, 9,
he's in the back
8,
row.
7, 6, 5,
Shake it and move, Steve.
3, 2, 1.5. 1.
And K2, before you asked, no, I did not receive it yet.
Okay, I'm redrawing for Steven Poole.
Steven's out. Bye-bye, Steven.
At least we all know him.
Right.
Redrawing for Ziltech.
No.
Yeah!
No way.
Pete! Yeah!
Pete, you won. Are you here, Pete?
Okay,
Pete is here. He said hi a while ago. I saw him a few minutes ago.
I know, but he needs to re-say something in chat. Hey, he's
There he
here.
is.
Cool.
I'm here.
Pete, message me. You know how to get a hold of me. Go to ziltech.com, check out their filament, let me know what you'd want and your mailing address, and Monday morning, and my rep will get it sent out to you. Congratulations. And now
Wasn't it great? Who remembers that moment just a few minutes ago when Matt got really excited because he thought it was him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the wind was let out of his sails.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
All righty, here we go. We're going to draw for a roll of TH3D spaghetti filament. Anything that they have in stock, it'll be for one roll. Tim will be shipping it out, and USA only. And you need to be present in chat if you win. Here we go. One roll.
On. Me.
Me.
Come on.
Has to go to a USA address.
That's fine. I'll just go pick it up from Tim's.
That's taking time.
We'll blow up another LiPo battery?
No.
Yeah!
Oh, that's rigged.
Yeah!
Oh, that's so rigged.
You got a decision, Matt. You can either give it to somebody or I can redraw. What do you want to do?
I give it to Vesty one.
To who?
Sarah Westerly.
Oh, Westerly, Sarah.
She always
Awesome.
needs it.
And Sarah's here. She's hit Bang Rig. Sarah, you won. Matt donated to you. Please go to th3dstudio.com. Check out their spaghetti filament, what they have in stock. Message me your information.
You can have them just send it right to me if you want.
No K2, nothing.
Okay.
Just send it to the, here I posted in chat, the support, or the private chat, support@th3dstudio.com. Just mention the stream.
There you go. How'd you feel, Matt?
Like a winner. Like a winner.
Just as Polymaker just swings on past your screen there.
Sarah,
That's
click on this
how we
link,
feel.
Sarah. Here's a link to get a hold of Tim directly through TH3D Check. Thank you very much, Tim. I appreciate that.
He
Hey, no
feels like a
problem.
winner all the time.
Thanks for
when his
having
wife
me.
wins as well.
Now, we haven't talked to Justin at all. He's just been working away there.
Yeah.
Justin, you got a big event coming up soon. And what are you doing at home? What are you working on? What's coming up?
Please tell me, Justin, you're fixing a Voron.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You know
That's
how it
my own
goes.
fault, though. It's maintenance that I've been not doing. So it's my own fault.
Justin.
Yet another reason I really don't want to deal with a Voron.
Hey, all printers have their issues, okay?
Yep. Especially Tim's. I mean, what?
I'll have you know, every single one of these will fire up and print right now.
Right.
And none of them, knock on wood, have ever caught on fire.
How many years has it been?
I still have the video on my computer.
I know, so do I.
Where his Prusa bed caught on fire on one of the streams when we were hanging
I
out.
remember that.
Wow.
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
many?
that was fun
This
to
was in
watch.
their
Now you gotta
first
show
happy
it.
days.
Now that you
I
talked about it,
still
you gotta
have the
show it.
printer.
I gotta
haven't
show
seen
it.
that in
Let
a
me see.
while.
I know I can share the video file. Hang on.
Is this? Are we going to see Justin when he's like 13?
No, it was
mean
only
like
just
you
a
realize
year
that-
ago.
Hang on, I
like
gotta
3
find
months
out what
ago.
folder. I know it's called Justin Fire.
Yep, I
Fire.
too, somewhere.
Justin Fire. Hang on, here we go. It's in my videos folder. Justin Fire.mp4.
There it is.
We're
It's
playing,
in
and
the-
it's in a stream
Yeah,
yard.
good.
Another robot.
So he's in the upper left-hand corner.
Actually, can we do it a little lower?
We don't see him.
Hang on, let me get you the
Turn your
first one.
headset down.
Trying to find the guy you were talking about, Dan. I know the name, but I don't know why I can't
Give
find it.
me a minute. I will go get it.
Let's see. I've never
What do you-
played this.
What are you looking for?
Oh, fuck!
I have.
Do it.
My printer just lit itself a little bit on fire.
And there it is.
That needs to be full screen.
Does it have thermal runaway protection?
Apparently not. My bed just lit it.
Yeah, I don't know. This was years ago. Who knows? I still
Yeah.
get shit for it today, so it's all good.
Ah. Well, at least you can call yourself not a sock puppet.
This is true.
It was an unusual group of people. Haven't seen a lot of them in a while.
Reassembling a battle racer for the event.
Heck,
'cause I
did,
broke
sorry,
them.
did Tim just self-destruct? What happened there?
He hit the wrong button and kicked himself out as soon as he got
I didn't kick anything out.
I did that on
Llama?
accident. And I didn't realize I bumped him out. I hit the wrong setting.
I mean, I'm not doing anything
you
exciting.
loved it.
I'm just in fusion right
Light
now.
Source Engraving. Hello, how are you today? Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I don't know what to say, Astro. I got my caliper. I used it a couple days ago, and I don't know where the hell I put it at.
Well, I know where it is. It's where you left it, right?
Do you know what I do? I will literally go, because I've got like cameras in my office and stuff. I will literally go back and like retrace my steps on the freaking security cameras and be like, okay, where the hell did I put this damn thing?
That's what I did to find my watch.
Oh my god.
Right in front of my face. I looked in that drawer many times, and it was right there.
Now I want a security
found it?
camera just so I can go find stuff. I keep dropping it, missing it. Can't
You know,
find it.
it's great, honestly. Like I can't tell you how many times I've like had to use them, because I've got them in like all like basically all like the common areas and stuff, and so like it covers most use cases, and I've had to retrace my steps, and like my memory is absolute crap, so
What?
it helps
Sorry,
a
I
lot.
forgot what you said.
Liam,
Yeah.
Go on.
inside top to bottom is 24.79.
That's perfect.
And then you want to go what? Side to side?
I want to go from the inside flat wall to the outer clip, the little lip on the edge. On
I
the top
see.
part of it.
I see.
Matt, I've
On
got
the
to
inside.
ask, who was that just walking behind you?
What?
Who was that walking behind you?
My son.
21.52.
Yeah.
21. I had it 25.
Is he like a full-grown adult?
Yeah,
No, really?
inside where the latch is on top, I got 21.
He is a full
He's
grown
22 years
adult.
old.
Oh, right. Okay. I didn't know. Wow. Okay. That took me by surprise.
And now I
So
got
you had-
20.
you
Other
had
side, I got
two walking behind Matt. What's that all about?
Well, I only
figure out
so
dinner. I don't know what I'm
21.
gonna do because I forgot to take it.
22.16 on the other side when I pull it tight.
The hell you building, Tim?
A probe mount for the SVO1 Pro.
No.
Oh no, he asked.
Let me see.
who you are. I thought you were my son.
Justin's building a death racer.
I'm rebuilding. This one broke last week, so I had to reprint some parts. And we took it to a friend's house and had their kids have some fun with it. Well,
Yeah, don't set that one on fire, eh?
Hey, I know.
Hey, Jerry, save. I'm going to send you a next one, a new version.
Yeah,
the height is good. It's the width I need to modify a little bit.
21.7.
Yeah, I'm sending you a new version right now.
Okay.
I think most people build 2 at least.
Yeah.
Lopez, Liz, how are you?
I have one for backup.
Hey, Liz.
If anybody would like to pop in, here's a link.
It must be
That's not the
ASA.
link. That's TH3D
Don't do what Tripod does.
The other one's ABS. This one is carbon fiber PETG.
Nice.
We'll see. See how it lasts.
Polycarbonate.
There you go. There's a link. Maybe like
I
to
would. God, that stuff's expensive.
I sent you a modified version, Jerry.
Okay.
The height's not changed. I only changed the width, but double check them all again. Sorry, I need to change. I need to reload the laser. One moment.
It's just not doing the thing.
It's all go on this stream. It is all go on this stream.
There we go. All right.
2 people. Yeah, Tim donated a roll from his company also.
Should be enough.
We pull this back in the bamboo. I'm on the wrong screen. I can't see anybody. There you are. Yeah, Pete, I got it. Thank you very much. Let me reload this file. Thank God I only got 3 monitors.
Only 3?
Only 3?
Well,
Come
I
on.
can't hook up more to a video card, or I might have a couple more hooked up.
You can hit. I got 4 on my 3070 right now.
Tim, I've been to your house. I've been to your compound.
I got a 1080 Ti.
And
you can do 4 on a
it was an
1080
experience. It was an experience coming to your compound that I will never ever forget.
That's what I think Jim was telling me that. He's like, yeah. I will tell you though, I found out that lipo packs are fun to shoot with a pellet gun. They do a really good job of shorting out the cells and making them go boom.
That was someone the other day. I was out in America recently. Look at this guy, and they're like, "Oh my god, what's he doing? Oh, he's hitting a lipo battery with an axe."
Royal Mommy, have a great day. Thank you for stopping by.
That's what we do here.
It sounds like something Tim would do.
It is something Tim would do. Absolutely. I'm not gonna deny that.
I just throw them in fire.
That's also fun. Yeah, I'm just.
You know, here you're gonna throw
Look at
fire.
this. We're live prototyping revisions of parts. It's like I'm using the printers for what they're meant to be used for. It's great. Yeah. Got my little pies. Wee. There's a reload. Wee. Just I don't know. I'm just bored.
Tim, have you seen the new Beacon 3D ABL sensor?
Someone asked me about that. Yeah, I saw that because it needs like a specific type of bed and stuff.
It needs to run a clipper.
No, well, not only that, but there's a very specific type of bed setup you got to use.
Well, you can't use it on a. You can't use. It has to have a metal bed because it uses magnetic inductance.
Yeah. My thing is, I saw how it mounts. That's one print failure away from getting absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, it depends on how you build the support for it. Yeah.
This was on the rat rig, wasn't it?
Yeah, the potential of that thing is unreal. Like 500 pounds in about 9 seconds or 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't think. I mean, for like machines where that's like been part of the design, stuff like that would be good to integrate in. But like, I don't think we'll see it as like stuff like what we do, where it's like more universal aftermarket upgrade type stuff. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to integrate those type of things. It's just like the ones where they use the nozzle as a probe, like they're nicer, they're easier set up, but like then you have to design the whole printer around integrating that into the design.
Not so much because the offset, yes, it does jot out, so you do have to add support around it to hold it, but it's got a lot of potential if they can, and I think if they can, I think if they modified it so the sensor was on the bottom and it was more like a vertical board.
Yeah,
It'd be
like
easy
more
to
like
mount
most
onto any
probes are.
printer then, and it'd be safer as well to mount.
Yeah, but I think a lot of the people that design that kind of stuff, they're more
Thank you,
thinking that
Corey,
for
for
like
subscribing. Light Source
specific use
Engraving,
cases.
it says, hey, I want to donate to the drawing at the end of the show. Should I post it here or send an email? I'm not sure what you're asking. We already drew for 2 rolls of filament, which was free. There's nothing to enter. You simply type in chat, but we've already drawn for those. If you would like to donate to me, if that's what you're saying, just randomly, you can do it through the PayPal link on YouTube right above the chat, or you can do it through a super chat. But if you do it through a super chat, YouTube takes 30%.
Yeah, YouTube loves their money.
You take it off, Mama?
Wait, are you streaming on YouTube again? Because I know you were just on Twitch for a while.
I'm on Twitch and YouTube. I went back to Twitch and YouTube every week.
Bye.
Take care, Tom.
Bye.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by, Tom. Keep up the great videos, and I hope you keep selling lots of cutting boards.
Later.
See you, Llama.
Bye, Tom.
Bye, Llama.
Alrighty then.
Cool. I'm going to bounce.
Oh,
as
Light
well,
Source
'cause it's
Engraving,
getting quite late
Patrick. Okay,
here,
I know who you are now.
and I got to take the dog out. So I will see you guys soon.
Who's
So
letting
see
the
you
dog
later.
out again? What?
See you, Sam.
Take
Take care, guys. Bye
Ciao.
for now.
Take care, Sam.
See you later. Cheers,
Have a great day.
Bye bye.
I'm reprinting the next one now.
Liam, you were asking about that sensor, right?
The beacon, yeah.
Yeah. I can only imagine, and seeing what we deal with our type of sensors, the customer side of that is going to be like super hard for like your average users. Like,
why?
Because of the setup between Clipper and like figuring out how to mount it and stuff. Like there, a lot of these, like literally, I'm designing a mount right now to put our kits on another printer. Most people are not going to sit and design a mount to stick it on their printer. And if the manufacturer isn't doing it, then it's not going to get wide adoption.
Well,
unless they
makers
put
like
time
us will
into
use
it.
it. But
It's very DIY niche people that are gonna.
Well, maybe I can see I can see a good fit for people who are doing Voron kits. It'd be you could make it built.
Yeah, because it's designed. That's what it's made to fit on. That was the intended
but no, but
application.
outside of that, like I can see manufacturers adopting something along those lines as well. It wouldn't be hard to integrate.
Right, but that's what I'm
into their
saying.
designs.
Like for a printer that was designed to use it, it'll be easy to integrate it. But like for aftermarket, it's going to be more difficult unless the company who's making it is putting the time in to have the documentation, the support, the STL
people like
files for
us.
the mounts.
This is
We'll
Tim's
just design a
spaghetti
mount.
filament right here.
Yeah.
It's a dyno filament.
But the
Purple,
the
red,
thing,
white,
the point I'm trying to make, because I'm in this industry and I know how customers are. If we were to tell a customer that, oh well, you got to design your own probe mount, they're not going to do it. They're just going to return it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the majority of people. That's the majority.
I agree, but like a lot of printers don't have ABLs, and there's so many mounts out there designed by the community to put an ABL on a printer.
Well,
Chances are
here's my thing is, if you're a company selling it and you want it to be widely adopted, you're going to have to put the time into purchasing printers like we do and making mounts to put your product on there instead of telling the customer, here's a part, figure out how to use it. If you want widespread adoption. I mean, not potentially. This is something I have proven time and time again. People come to it because we just have it. Oh, yeah, I don't have to. I just print a part and put it on, and the software's already set up. You know, it's just flash it. You know, you might have to do a little bit of compiling, but most people don't want to spend hours trying to figure out how to design a mount, printing prototypes. Like they just want, okay, this will work with this printer. There's a mount already for it. Like that's kind of thing. I mean, I think that's why our kits have been widely successful, is because we take that time to do it.
No, I agree with you there. I said, so people who are not design oriented will struggle with it, but there's enough people in the maker community they're actual makers. They figure stuff out and they make stuff work, right?
Right, and that's who's gonna buy those. This, like, someone was asking, like, are you guys worried that this might be a competitor? I was like, absolutely not. It's a completely different target audience.
You know what? It may not be a bad. It actually would be an option as a resold product for you, for people who are going Clipper or who want a really fast ABL probe like that.
Well, and I think, the thing is, a lot of people,
There's my
because we
monitor,
see this a lot, because we have. There you go, Jerry. Yeah, that's plenty. Yeah, you got your security camera on one. I lost my train of thought. Hang on. So here's the thing. Like, and it's kind of like a self. Like I don't know what the word, but like when I see somebody asking us like, oh, will the Easy be able to work with Clipper? I already know because they're asking that question. They have not done enough research into using Clipper, because if they had, they would know the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Or like an LCD and stuff. If you're asking that question, you have not done enough homework to be messing with that firmware. Because it is cool firmware, but it is very involved. There's a very steep learning curve. The documentation is there, but it's sometimes missing stuff that got changed when an update came out, and they never went back and updated the documentation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jerry,
So,
I have to pop
it's
off.
two different market segments, I would say.
You got to take off,
Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for coming by. Congrats for winning. Thank you for giving that to Sarah. I really appreciate it, and hope you have an awesome day. And I hope that P1P comes soon.
I know. Hopefully before my birthday.
No, it'll come before Christmas. We won't say what year, but you.
Yeah, and the other thing too.
All right, guys. See ya.
The handle thingy underneath is an antenna, Kate. It's an antenna for Wi-Fi.
So the other thing, and it's mildly frustrating, is when people come and ask us questions, and they won't even be customers, but we're like, yeah, we can definitely help you out, but here's our prices for our support time, where you can literally just pay us a flat fee. It's $50 for the first hour, $25 after that. So I think it's very reasonable. And then like the majority of people don't want to spend the money. They want a handout for free help. And it's like, I have to get paid. I'm paying guys to do our tech support. They don't work for free, and it's mildly irritating, because they'll they know, like, here's the thing. I can set up Clipper. I don't like doing it, but I can do it. So if somebody wanted to, hey, I'm setting up Clipper on this printer, absolutely, I can help you do it. But I'm not doing it for free, because I got other, whatever. You're taking me away from others.
Steven, you won earlier, but you wasn't here. We waited, and we drew a roll of filament from Ziltech. But let me check out.
You lost.
Oh, Mr. Madcat, I recognize that guy's username.
Yeah.
What's up? But yeah, I mean, stuff like right now. Like right now, I'm doing all sorts of fun stuff, like writing a business plan stuff, or like getting on track and doing like kind of like 2-week sprints on product pushes and development, that kind of stuff. So getting more organized now that the company's been around for a little bit. So, but
you said 2-week sprints.
Yeah, like basically planning out every 2 weeks. So like, this is what we're going to accomplish. This is what everybody's going to get done in 2 weeks, and then we reconvene, set the next 2 weeks, and keep repeating that. So instead of having like big gaps, so that way if there's stuff that needs to be discussed, or we want to have a powwow about something, we've only got a 2-week time between there.
We do that with I do that with my engineers. It's okay. Agile development.
Yeah, agile. Yeah, Peter was looking into that. Our team.
Yeah, I do. I have a team of engineers.
And does it work pretty well for development?
It does. And what we do, well, it's for us, it's different because we're software development. So, yeah. Corey.
Microwave, Tom. Microwave.
So what we do is we have 2 weeks.
Or there prior.
2 weeks, then we do a sprint meeting. And they show what they've done. They show the development. We give their input on it. So then they go off and they tweak whatever needs to be tweaked, and then they move on. But it works.
Parts.
Depending what you're doing. For software development, we have a deadline, right? Because we do quarterly releases, because it's a cloud solution that I manage.
Okay.
And
it's in the clouds. What?
Yeah. We have a really big cloud solution. It's archiving, e-discovery, and compliance. That's my area.
Kate, I'm testing one right now. Another one, a different dimensions. That's on the Bamboo right there, printing.
So
and once we get the size right, then I'll print 4 in whatever color you like, black or whatever.
She'll need 8 of them, Jerry.
Okay.
2 per side.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So and that way then we keep on top of development, and we can change stuff on the fly as it happens. It's the reason why we do bi-weekly sprints and agile sprints like that. Like the old format was waterfall, right? Where you set a deadline, or you set a date, and you developed up, but you had to cut off early to do all your QA testing later on, and so on. So we want now with agile, you test as soon as the engineer thinks that piece is done and ready.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what we do naturally. I mean, like we try to be really rapid. Like we're getting out from our backlog of stuff. This was one of those printers that was a backlog. I have one more left. But we're also trying to figure out like what, we do a lot of stuff here. So we're trying to figure out what direction do we want to do the hard pushes in. Are we going to focus on like a kit printer, which we've already started doing stuff on that. To see because that seems to be a very popular thing right now. And the thing I want to do is if we do come out with that is address the issues with all these, community projects, like having, lack of quality documentation, constant revision to parts where it changes the BOM, so like someone will buy a kit and then like a month later they go to print the parts and they're missing screws or whatever. Like, so I want to kind of basically make a more user, like what we do with everything, make a more user friendly, not necessarily a Voron, but a Core XY printer, that is going to be easier to build, quicker to build, have actual quality documentation. The thing is, a lot of these open source projects, they rely on other people making videos and stuff, and they might overlook stuff, or the version number isn't clear. Like maybe this guy was version 1.1 and now it's 1.3. It's the same kind of thing we do with like our firmware. Like here's the thing, Marlin Upstream breaks stuff on releases all the time. And, we patch bugs within, 48 hours or less. Typically it's quicker. So
just one thing, Rich, I normally do 2 per side to balance it out on each side, because that's just the way I do them when I do mine. That's why I recommended doing 8 of them. It's just the way I set mine up.
Yeah, I saw a Mad Cat. He said thoughts on the SV06. I do like the SV06 to the point where we're actually we're talking with them right now about getting a bulk order to resell, and we would be selling if we did resell those, they would not be stocked. They would be gone over, power supplies replaced, proper wire terminations, and different
modified.
things. Yeah, because why? Well, if you can go buy one stock on Amazon, anybody can go do that. Give it a value add and address the stuff. But overall, like that printer for the price, even with the clone processor, even with the the janky power supply, for what you get, it's still a good deal in my opinion.
Yeah, I've had people call on stuff I've had on Marketplace, different printers that have a lot of this and that on it from TH3D, or it might be a little bit too much to take on if you're just getting 3D printing with your first printer. So I give them an Amazon link to an SV06. I've never had one, but I've heard a lot about them.
They're really nice.
Yeah, so
like they did just. I mean, the Sovol's always had pretty good build quality. They have like this one here, the SV01 Pro. This had I put crimp ferrules on all the wires because they're all freaking tinned. I think the SV06 actually had crimp ferrules on it. So the SV06, like I said, it's not perfect, but for the price, you get a lot of printer for the price. So, and I have the Plus on pre-order. They're one of the few companies I'll actually pre-order printers from because I've never had an issue with them. Other companies, especially ones I haven't heard of, I don't pre-order. So, but the next one I'll be working on is the Sunlu S8 Pro because that's actually a very popular model, and there's some pin changes on the board from the regular S8 that make the firmware we have out for the S8 not work with the Pro. So I went and bought the Pro.
I'm trying to get rid of all bed slingers. I still got 3 or 4 more to sell, but I've already got rid of around 10 printers, and I'm trying to get rid of all my bed slingers.
No, I'll never get rid of all my bed slingers. They're fine ones as long as they're properly built. And
I'll keep the Prusa Mini, but the rest of them I'm working on getting rid of.
All right, let's see how this.
Tim, Sovol reached out trying to come to the event. We sold out our sponsorships, and we don't have space for them.
Let me check, Kate. I'll see if I still got those.
That's funny.
We're maxed at 48.
Was it Bill that reached out to you?
No, it was
Heidi.
Hold on, let me look.
Bill's the guy. I think Bill might not be with them anymore. He was the guy I dealt with over there.
Hold on, let me see.
But I don't think he's with them anymore.
So it could have been Heidi.
Lily and Mia.
Lily is left, didn't she? Didn't she recently leave?
I don't know.
Maybe someone's just using her account.
I know they've gone through a lot of staff changes recently. I know May has left as well.
I would have been glad to have them, but we're sold out. So.
Yeah, Rich, here's some pictures that Kate did. She's working with.
I mean, hey, Justin, that means that there's a demand for an event in that area, so that's good.
Yep. Well, we'll see. Well, demand and sponsor demand is different.
But yeah, well, I mean, I think you'll have a good turnout.
Kate, what'd you make the donuts and bread out of? Wasn't it clay? You said you painted them.
Yeah, she said it was
the box
painted
is
clay.
done on diode out of a balsa or basswood.
Yeah, she said it was clay. Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell you, Tim, we're over 1,100 registered tickets.
That's awesome.
And they're free tickets, but they're still.
Yeah. I mean, even if half of those people show up, that's still really good.
Even I'm hoping for a 75% rate. We'll see.
Yeah, so
I mean, for the first event, that's fantastic.
I know, right?
I mean,
well,
that's what I would take as I think it'll be a success.
We'll find out in 5 weeks, won't we?
So
Did you ever put together any like clips or stuff that you can send out to people like me to like? If you put like little clips, I can like roll little ads in
anything. I don't have
Justin, make me little ads and I'll put them on our streams. So just like a little
we
thing,
don't
like
have ads.
Come on.
You make whatever and just.
I'll just. You know
what? No. Talk to Jim.
Jim,
because
Mr. Edutech.
He put out a video like last week about taking over the event.
Jim is going to be the MC at the event.
He's the MC at the event.
You must be really desperate for an MC. I kid.
Hey, Jim, Justin, can you manipulate his audio? Make him sound like Donald Duck when he starts talking to everybody?
We might be able to. We'll find out on Friday. We'll find out on setup day because trust me, he's going to be having some fun with that.
Oh, by the way, Tim,
we're going to be out there Thursday night. By the way, Justin.
Yeah,
we're driving out Thursday.
Good. There might be a dinner.
Tim, how many with Agile? By the way,
what was that? How many? What?
How many staff?
Hang on. 7.
Oh, okay, that's easy. I have 120 engineers, so.
Oh dear God, I laugh when people are like, "How? Oh, you want to make the company much bigger?" I was like, I don't. I want to like just I want to scale up a little bit, but I don't want that responsibility of dealing with hundreds of people.
And that's only for my products.
Yeah.
We have 27 products, and that's just my product.
What company do you work for again?
You know Veritas. You know Net Backup.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of VM. I know Veritas. I sold Veritas backup stuff when I was an MSP. That's
one of our products.
Okay.
It's not my product, but it's one of our
products. Yeah, I'm familiar with Veritas.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What happened to him?
He probably Alt F4'd on.
No, he has the second screen up, and I kicked the second screen from studio, and I bumped him out.
Tim, come back in.
Come back.
All
that was
forgiven.
a mistake. I was kicking out his second screen, not his screen.
I think Jerry needs to go
there
sit
you
in
are.
the corner.
Oh, what happened?
Jerry needs to go sit in the corner.
You had a second screen up, and I kicked the second screen from the studio, and I kicked you out too, and I didn't mean to do that.
I've seen that happen before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like that's only one of our products. I cover. Mine is a cloud archiving, e-discovery, and compliance tool. So it's multiple products in a suite is what I manage.
That sounds like fun.
It actually like the legal. Jerry, look what I got for you. Okay.
That was on purpose.
No, I like the legal stuff and compliance. That's my area. I deal with lawyers and federal agencies and all this kind of stuff all the time, and I like that.
Fancy.
I like the work that we do. So,
I mean that's important. Like that's why I said like, I mean like I can do IT stuff. I'm good at it, but like I was just so burnt out on it, and like don't get me wrong, I get tired of the printer stuff, but I find it easier to get excited about the printer stuff again. Like I'm like we got momentum going again, so I'm like making sure we, don't take our foot off the gas, so to speak, because
my background is IT also, like you.
Are you taking your days off, Tim, and not dealing with social media so you don't get burnt out?
Krista handles most of the social media stuff. I'll do like as much as I hate TikTok, I put the app back on and signed into the company account, so I make like little quick clips, and people seem to really like it. I'm like, it makes me sad because like a lot of we got a lot of good content. I put a lot of work into what we put out, but it's like
move them over to YouTube.
People have no attention span.
Move everything over to
stuff.
YouTube from TikTok, because I think the way the U.S. is talking, they might ban it in the whole country.
No, they're not going to ban it. They're going to make them sell it.
Yeah, I mean, I do think like just being, especially with being an IT background, you know, I was never like a security specialist, but just common sense stuff. Like I don't trust it. You know, I almost thought about just getting like I actually have a second extra phone. I thought about just putting the app on there on just a phone with like a throwaway Google account. You know, but it's such a pain. It's such a pain. Like I don't trust it. I think it is a security concern. Like with the amount of data they collect, like the parent company, Tencent. Like if you look up anything about them, like they have their finger in everything. They're very overreaching. Like I would not trust them. You know, with a lot of my personal data, because they also control like WeChat and like it's a huge organization. You know, it's like an octopus, all the different arms going out.
And I'm often on WeChat and so on because I deal with all of the
Chinese. Yep. I mean, it's like there's all these necessary evils.
Yeah.
You know,
you have to have WeChat to deal with them. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. WeChat, Skype. Like I only use.
I don't use Skype so much. It's more WeChat that I deal with them.
WeChat, Skype,
and stuff.
WeChat, Skype, and WhatsApp. Those are like the three.
Yeah. I don't like WhatsApp because you have to give them your phone number. WeChat is easier. And I don't mind WeChat, but I use WeChat.
Yeah, WeChat's owned by Tencent, which is also who owns like ByteDance and TikTok and all them.
Yeah.
Like it's you know, and they do this on purpose, so it's harder to track who's owning what. But like, you know, all these companies, you know, Tencent is like the big one. Then you got ByteDance, and like there's all these subsidiaries that own all these other things. You know, I mean, the thing that kind of happens in the U.S., you know, it's like the big companies, you know, when you go and like buy, you know, like shampoo or something, it's owned by like, you know, Unilever, which owns like all these other brands and stuff.
Oh, Unilever owns half the planet.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Liam, what you want it to be? 25?
Close 24 and a half, 25 would be okay.
Yeah, Pete's correct too. Yeah, the other thing, I mean, here's the thing: any Chinese company, including I'd put money on it that Creality is partially owned by the Chinese government. Like that's just how it is over there. You know, like that's just how they do business over there. The government's involved in
24.53.
That's perfect.
Okay. So I'll get a bunch of these printed out. Kate, I'll get them out.
The height should not have changed. Double check the height. The height should not have changed. Just double check it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got 1977 all-out Vincent popping in.
Hey, Vincent.
Hi, everybody.
Vince.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, busy. Doing some remodeling in the house. So finally finished for today.
Your neighbors must love you.
The height is 24.72.
I was painting the kitchen.
24.95.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I want to
repaint.
repaint ours, but like I was like, I don't want to have to like go around all the cabinets. Got to tape everything off, and it's like,
yep, exactly.
You don't want to put stuff in with a paintbrush. Come on, man.
I can. I get ballsy. Like I did my office, and it's not bad. But I'll be honest. I hate painting. It's like one of my. It's one of my least favorite home improvement things. Like
I don't mind
painting. Painting and wallpaper is my nemesis.
Okay, like when I was growing up, painting I don't mind. Wallpapering,
I've never wallpapered.
Annoys the hell out of me.
I don't. I feel like
I don't do that anymore. I did it as a kid.
I feel like wallpaper has gone away. Like I don't think, because this is the second place I've owned. Neither has had wallpaper.
Yeah, but when I was growing up, wallpaper was a thing, and I hated doing it.
My grandfather, he was a plasterer, and like those guys, like that's an art form.
Yeah, my father's family were all plasterers except my dad. He became a carpenter.
Yeah,
and they don't just do the joints like you do here in the US. They skim the whole wall and the whole ceiling and everything. You know.
My dad like I can do small patches and stuff on the drywall and it looks good, but like when we were building out like the office area and stuff downstairs, like I had him do all the skim coating stuff because he just makes it look like it's easy, you know.
Yeah, it's like putting butter on bread. Nice and smooth.
Yeah.
No, so I'm painting the kitchen and looking for a new stove to get because I'm gonna switch from gas to induction cooking.
Do you have what size service do you have going to the house for power?
They just put in a 2-phase outlet.
Do you have a 100 or 200 amp service?
I don't know exactly how much, but they completely redo.
Go ahead, Liam.
So don't do that, Jerry.
No, it was all for free. So
no, Kate, I don't have a store. I have a tiny little thing on Thangs where I have a handful of things I post up there, not much. That one that I just did for you is not up there yet because I just did it. But when Jerry prints them for you and sends them to you, and say, if they fit, let me know, and I can post them saying that they work for the extra one. Well, yeah, I don't have a store.
I say Mad Cat wood paneling and wallpaper. So I feel like I'm in the minority. I don't mind wood paneling.
Sorry, Vincent.
Well, no, I don't mind.
I don't mind it.
No,
I mean, it's not the best, but I was like, it's. My parents' house had it in the living room because it was built in the 70s. I don't mind wood paneling.
Tongue and groove paneling is easy to put up.
Yeah. So the people that I rent the house from, I called the company and they replaced my fuse box and everything for a 2-phase outlet for induction cooking. It can handle like 12,000 watts or something.
Are you in the U.S. or are you outside the U.S.?
No, I'm in the Netherlands, so we use 230 volts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have in the U.S. here, all our outlets are 110, but our panels are 2-phase, so we have across the 2 lines you can get 240.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I've got a 200 amp service coming into the house, a 200 amp at 240, and my panel's full. I have my panel. I swear to God, like it's like this big downstairs, and it's full. And I'm happy that it's full. I put a sub panel in for some additional circuits, but like all of the bedrooms are on their own circuit. The kitchen's got like 420 amp circuits. It's great.
This house is from the 1950s, and
that's way older. Yeah.
So basically, the living room and 2 bedrooms are one breaker. So when I am using much power and running the printers and got my PC running and everything, I have to get an outlet from another room. Otherwise,
another
I will blow
circuit.
the fuse.
Yeah.
Because
when I built, so I'm actually in my garage. There's a 4-car garage, and I took one of the spaces and made it my office here. And this wall behind me is new. My dad and I put this in. This is on its own 20 amp breaker because I knew I was going to have printers hooked up to it. And then this is on another 20 amp, and then I pulled 2 more 20 amps. So I've got in my garage, I got 6 20 amp 110 volts, and I got 1 20 amp 220 volt as well.
The standard breakers here are 16 amps, never higher.
16?
Yeah.
That's so weird. That's a weird.
That's like
ours are like 15, 20. They're in increments of 5, like 15, 20, 25, 30.
Tim, how old your dad?
He was born in 1960. So what's that? 63?
Wow.
63?
Your dad's only 10 years older than
born
me.
in 64. Okay, he's 4 years older than I am. I'll be 59 in June.
You know, you're making me feel old now because your dad's only 10 years older than I am.
My mom was born in 1960, and my dad was born in 1960. My mom was born in 64. So, yeah, I'm 34.
Corey made a comment. He needs to learn how to design one of these days. Well, you better hurry up, Corey. You're not getting any younger. So,
play with Fusion. You know, like it's crazy. Like a year and a half ago, I didn't know how to do anything in Fusion. I'm not an expert,
Kate. Thank you.
But I know enough to get my designs I needed to make done. And you just got to sit and play with it. That's really all it is. Watch some YouTube tutorials. Funny enough, my brother Doug, his YouTube channel is Top Hat Waffle with 2 T's in hat, so TOPHATT Waffle, and he has a lot of Fusion tutorials on there, and his stuff is really easy to follow.
It's snowing
here in Vegas. It's 63 degrees right now and sunny out.
It's snowing out here.
Yeah, it's snowing on and off by us too, because Mother Nature. It's 21 right now.
Lakes from me, aren't you?
We're in Northwest Indiana. Because you're up in Michigan, aren't you?
I'm in Michigan, so
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm going to be up in Michigan next weekend.
Tim 3D in Canada. Yes, I'm
whereabouts.
Here he is.
Ypsilanti.
Tim, what's going
okay,
on?
that's south of me.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh, it's the Canada Tim.
The other Tim.
How you feeling, Tim? Are you feeling better?
Oh, I'm feeling 100% better. Yes. Yes.
What was it?
Better, eh?
No, it was a bad head cold that moved down from my head into my chest and everything like that.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, red light. I see him in the chat. He's in southern Indiana.
So Tim, if you're in Ipsy, I'm Friday, I'm going to be in Ann Arbor because my son has a visit to U of M. But if you're in the area, let me know.
We're going to be at the Eastern Michigan University there. I think that's where it's at.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a big land party there. That's where Krista and I, and then my buddy Joel and my brother Doug are all going.
Okay. Yeah,
cool.
Let me know, and we should meet.
Yeah, I mean, you're not that far anyways. I don't mind taking little road trips and stuff. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I picked up, other than the fact that my other laptop was almost 6 years old and just getting slow. I actually picked this up from Micro Center a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So I went from a 13-inch Ultrabook to a 17.3-inch monster. It's got a so it's actually last year's model because I looked at the benchmarks and this is a 12th Gen i7 with a 3070 Ti for the graphics card. I was looking at the benchmarks and like the 4070s with the 13th Gen i9s were only about 10% faster than this. So I was like, this is usually $2,000. It was on sale at Micro Center for $1,200. So, and it came with a 512 gig NVMe drive and 16 gigs of RAM. I actually replaced the 512 gig with a 1 terabyte, and I put an additional 2 terabytes. So there's 2 NVMe's in here, so I got 3 terabytes of storage, 32 gigs of RAM, and I think it was like $1,500 out the door with the upgrades.
Nice.
So, and this has a 2K screen in it, 165 hertz IPS panel with a 2560 by 1440 screen. So, pretty happy with this. This is my first HP I've had in a while. I've had a lot of Lenovo's. My last one was like a Lenovo Yoga 13. So, I see red light, Tim. You know, Indy's getting a Micro Center. Yes, but this one, I got this from Westmont Micro Center, which is in Illinois, and it's only about an hour from me. So, Indy's way farther than that.
Yeah, Micro Center is about an hour from me as well, where I live.
Yeah, I love Micro Center. They're great, and they price match stuff too. Cause like this, I got a Swiss Gear bag. I usually buy Swiss Gear, so like I got this bag. This bag was like usually 130, and they price match Amazon for 80.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
So, and then I got a price match on a couple things. I got a price match on the bag. I bought a Corsair HS60. So I'm wearing the HS70 wireless, but I don't want wireless for the laptop because obviously I'm not going to remember to charge it. But here's the power adapter for the laptop.
Holy crap.
Oh, wow. That's a big brick.
It's 330 watts. Just the graphics card in this computer is 150 watt TDP. Yeah, so I picked, like I usually do this. I'll buy so I keep a headset in the bag. So basically I can grab this bag. It's got a headset. I got a price match on that. And then I also got the G, the 203, just Logitech's basic mouse. This is a really nice mouse for cheap. These are like frequently on sale for $20. The normal price is $40. So I got that. So basically I just got to throw some more cables in here, like some network cables, some USB-C. So basically if I go somewhere, I grab this bag. And my other laptop bag's the same way, where I have like a power strip, some extra power cords. So basically, if I'm going somewhere, I don't have to remember to pack all of it. It's already in this bag. You know what I mean?
That's smart.
So, and then also, because we're going to be traveling more for the events, my little laptop, when I was slicing files and stuff at the events, it just bogged down. It's an 8th Gen i7. I do air quotes because it's the Ultrabook i7. And if you guys are not familiar with Intel, their Ultrabook processors, even though they're called i7s, they're not the same performance as even a regular mobile i7, they're ultra low power ones. So it's not bad. I just replaced the battery and the screen in that old one. It's just going to be an extra computer for if somebody needs it for work or something. So yeah, Red Light said Indy's only an hour. Yeah, so that's going to be great for you if you need to go get parts and stuff.
You guys are lucky that you got those kind of stores.
You don't have anything by you, Vincent?
No, not
He's in
those
Amsterdam.
kind of stores. No, I live near the city of Rotterdam. So for me, if I go to we don't got a real electronic stores. So if you buy parts or anything, it's not there anymore. We got the basic stores like a fridge, washing machine, that kind of stuff.
Like appliance stores.
Yeah.
Right.
He's feeling better, Brandy.
If you ever want to buy electronic parts, I always have to buy it online.
That sucks.
Usually outside of the country or through Amazon.
I know a lot of you guys. Maybe not. Maybe Justin. You're about the same age as me. I really feel like we took for granted Radio Shack when they not Radio Shack, not Radio Shack where they started selling cell phones. Radio Shack where you could go in and you could buy diodes and capacitors.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
My dad and I, because I've been into electronics I've been doing electronic stuff since I was like 10 years old. Like my dad got me into it, and I would be so excited. I'm gonna go to Radio Shack and buy some resistors and some LEDs and some battery packs. And
that's why I always take a lot of bags with me when I'm at stores, like switches and battery holders.
Oh,
and
I think we all have
meters.
I think we all have drawers full of that look like that.
I've got about 5 totes for the stuff like that.
Right. Is Kate
Krista.
still around in chat? If she is, message because
so
show off what I was building.
So what I do is twice a year we got a big event for ham radios and that kind of stuff, and then people come there, and I usually go there. Then I can get the parts, and otherwise you have to order everything online.
Yeah. I gotta go through and do my ham license. I have a little handheld. It's a 15-watt Baofeng, and I have it just in case shit hits the fan, because some sort of communication to get out to the world in case the cell towers go down. I bought that right before all the human malware stuff happened because I was like, if the internet goes down, if the cell towers go down, I got a bunch of friends in the area.
You're a prepper, Tim, are you?
No, I'm getting there. I'm starting to do stuff. I mean, we got some things downstairs that we have just in case. Krista actually just started planting. We got a whole rack of seeds that are getting started. So getting our own garden and stuff going.
Building my own batteries from recycled stuff.
Okay, so I have
buy a lot of water and toilet paper, and you're good to go.
Oh dear God! I just bought bidets. Okay. Okay, what do I do? What can I do with these then? Can these be rebuilt? Vincent, you said can you rebuild these? I know these are recyclable, obviously, but
but are they cells in them, or are they like lead acid or something else?
This is an SLA.
So what I do, I show you.
These are sealed lead acid batteries. So these are just battery backup.
No, you cannot recycle them.
You can do it for the
you can't use because I know they get sulfate on them. Okay, so you're building 18650 packs.
Yes.
Yeah. So I build them myself.
Yeah, so I have for my vape here. Look at I have this. This is sitting on my desk.
Exactly, and what I do that's also a thing. I switch them out, the new sleeve on them, so when they are checked that the voltage are okay. Then I put a new sleeve and new O-rings on there, so they look like this.
So the funny thing is, even though these say Ultrafire on them, these are not actually Ultrafire cells.
Tim,
chuck them away.
No,
I had a lot of problems.
These are actually Samsung cells that I rewrapped with Ultrafire wraps because it's funny. When I go into when I go into the vape shops, they'd see me pull these out of there, and they're like, "Those are gonna blow up." I was like, "They're fine." Because they're not actually Ultrafires, it's just the wraps.
So basically where I use this one for, I've got a small 140 millimeter fan, and when I'm soldering, I put it on the table and put this one on. Or when it's hot, this one for 140 millimeter fan can run for 6 days on this battery.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
So you're making like ones that are in this form factor, but they're Li-ion batteries inside.
Yeah.
I got
and also this one fits in my scooter.
I have two Cyber Power 1500 VAs. One of them for my resin printers and one for my 3D printers. The one for my printers I'm currently not using. And a few days ago, it was plugged in but turned off. and I had a weird beep in the house. It wasn't a smoke detector.
It was probably the batteries go out. These typically last anywhere from 3 to 5 years, and these are right at the 5-year mark, and they just go flat. Like you'll find one day, and all of a sudden they're just dead.
Well, the beeping kept going off, and I was going nuts. I couldn't figure out where it was coming from, and I finally found it, and that's what it was. I went over and turned it off.
Yeah, so I always keep at least 2 pairs of these batteries because I've got, like, just in my office here, I've got 2 1500s under my desk. There's 2 more over there, so that's 4, and then there's a 1325 and a 1500. So I have 6 UPSs just in this one room alone.
Yeah,
I have
one I need to get for my PC.
The power in Vegas rarely ever goes out. Maybe once every 4 or 5 years, but occasionally we get flickers.
That's what
if there's a bad windstorm, we'll have a flicker.
Yeah, that's how it's here. Yeah, and a flicker will kill your print. Like, you know, that's like I tell people. I mean, I have them, and here's the thing: I've noticed in general since I've started using, and I've been using battery backups, and they get expensive as you buy, you know, more of them, you know. But I feel like, knock on wood, I haven't had any major electronic failures like computers, monitors, TVs. Because I have them on my TVs and stuff, like my bigger TVs. Like I've got a 65-inch Samsung in the living room. That's from 2016. That's been on a battery backup its entire life. And I feel like just because they also condition the power. So if the power is not perfect, they're going to switch over to battery and try to condition that power. And I feel like, yes, it's expensive initially, you know, and then every 5 years you're spending like $50-$60 to replace the batteries. But still, like the fact that my electronics, I've not had electronics die from power problems in over 10 years.
Why would you put a TV on a power backup and not just a power strip in case of a power spike? It doesn't
power
fry your
strips don't
electronics.
condition.
Power strips don't condition. So like in my living room, I actually have a computer also on there. So I have everything on there. I've got my sound bar, the TV, the computer. They're all plugged into a 1500 VA UPS, and that handles everything. I mean, downstairs in my theater room, I've got the projector on its own battery backup. I've got all the amplifiers and stuff and all the other equipment on another battery backup. So I've got 2 down there in that room. It's just because basically, like, if you have too low a power, the frequency is off, or too high a power, the battery backup's going to pull it off the grid and run off the battery instead of passing that crappy power out to the device. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep.
So you're always getting clean power to the devices. And, like, if you think about it, a lot of the times when stuff dies, it's because they got zapped.
When I was a teenager, my mom's neighbor and my mom's house, or I was probably in my early 20s, had a transformer or something that blew up in the alley. When it did, it fried all of his electronics in his house, and it took out a couple things my mom had plugged in at the same time.
Yeah, and I look at it this way. So I also have, I've got 4 panels on my house. I've got the main panel, and then there's a sub panel right off that one in the basement. But I've got one here. I've got one in the shop. I have whole house surge suppression in every single panel. So, those are like $70. Those are $70 a piece. They take up 2 breaker spots. But you know what? Like, I hate having to deal with electrical issues, and I've seen so many problems with electrical problems. You know, and it's like
kill your hard drives, especially mechanical hard drives.
What surge protectors are you using, Tim?
I'm using all my panels are Square D panels, so they're the home line. So I have their actual official Square D.
Yeah, I'm using the Leviton.
Where it's like comes off the side of the panel.
After the side of the
panel, it goes into a knockout. I mean, those are either one are great. I just saw those and I was like, okay, so I bought 3 of them. I think they were like $70 a piece. Yeah. So I mean,
we've had.
There's another one I built. I got 4 of them. Also with 1860 batteries
recently, and people actually lost devices and so on. And my house wasn't touched because of the surge protector.
My other thing, too, is I have a lot of devices I can't protect with the battery backup. Like in this room, these lights, the overhead lights, those are on a Z-Wave in-wall switch. Those are hardwired to the circuit. I can't put those on a battery, you know, and I've got probably 30 or 40 hardwired devices that are smart home devices, like Z-Wave stuff, Wi-Fi stuff that I can't put on a battery backup.
But they're cheap to replace, though.
Well, I mean, the switches, some of my dimmers and stuff are like $60. I mean, you know, if those all got zapped, I look at it this way. I'd rather spend $70 and put up a surge suppressor in the panel versus having to spend, you know, $500 or $600.
You know how much a Philips smart bulb costs here? It's almost 100 euros for one bulb.
That's insane. I literally sell smart bulbs that work with Tasmota, and we sell them for $7. and they're not. You can order from us. We ship to the Netherlands. They run Tasmota firmware, and they got ESP 8266s in them.
So 3 weeks ago, I was telling a friend of mine, yeah, we never have power outages and this and that. And I was doing something on the computer. All my printers running, and it was just finished 4 printers running. For me, that's a lot. And I was finished all my printers, and about 10 minutes later, the power went out for 7 hours straight. So, and I was building these battery packs, and I bought a couple of these bulbs with USB and put them all over the house.
So we have in our basement, we have a room that's underneath our patio. So it's like literally 12 inches of concrete all the way around. It's like we go down there for storms, and I keep battery backups in there. So I have like older, smaller ones that I don't use anymore, but they're plugged in there on standby. And I actually have some LED, 110 volt LED lights that if the power goes out and we're in there, I just plug them into the battery back and like a little 650 VA one. It'll run it for like 7 or 8 hours. So we can
I've
still
got
light
220 amp batteries over here on 4 solar panels. I'm not allowed to put my solar panels outside, so I'll put them in front of the window. And they work, so I don't give a crap. If they work, they work, you know?
Yeah. That's something I'm looking at doing this year is putting... I actually just spec'd out an inverter into the panels. I was looking at putting like a 16 kilowatt install up on the roof here. So, and our house has got minimal coverage for trees and stuff, so we get a ton of sun exposure here.
And I got a home-built system here to charge the power banks on solar. So I never plug them in the outlets. They're being charged on solar power.
Are you like on like an apartment type setup?
Yeah, I live 4 stories up, so I don't know if you can see it because of the reflection.
Yeah, so they don't want people dangling solar panels off the side.
Do you have a balcony?
Yeah,
Do you have
but
a
I'm not
balcony
allowed to.
you can put them on where nobody can see them?
No, it's not allowed. It's not allowed. So they're not complaining for my antenna because I got a 7-meter ham radio antenna on the back, and I don't got my license yet. So I'm lucky they don't complain.
If they're on the balcony on the ground, if they'll work, they can't see them.
Yeah, I had to deal with the same kind of crap. I lived in a condo building. I was on the 3rd floor of a 4-story building.
No satellite dish.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. If you're, I don't know if this is in the U.S., but legally, a homeowners association, if you wanted to put up a ham radio antenna in the U.S., anyways, they legally cannot prevent you from it because it's considered critical infrastructure.
Oh, you can get kicked out of your house for here.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Yeah, no, in the U.S.
Yeah, in the U.S., you can be like, screw you, I'm putting a thing up.
Yeah, over the airways communication cannot be blocked by any homeowners association. That includes
I kind of want to put
dishes and so on.
I mean, I've got the extra land. I kind of want to put like a 50-foot tower up just to like put my TV antenna up there, put a ham radio antenna with a repeater on there, like put an ADS-B receiver up there for like flight tracking. You know, like if I just had a tower, I was like, man, I could put all sorts of cool stuff up there.
You can you can use a pipe for flight tracking.
Are you going to be live streaming tomorrow, Tim? How are things going? Are you going to be streaming again?
I'm going to be streaming, but it won't be to do with the rat rig yet because I'm waiting on my Polymaker filament to arrive to print my parts. So I may start. I got this ultralight rail for the Trident I just finished. So I may put this on tomorrow. So we'll see. That's for the X gantry on the Trident. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
is that aluminum? Is that aluminum?
It's aluminum. It's surprisingly strong. Like
that looks like a nightmare to machine.
Yeah, it probably is.
What is that, like $100-something?
That's Tim's tower he wants to put in the backyard. It's just a miniature version.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, my local guy gave this to me, so I'm gonna put it on. I got to print a couple parts for this too, but I'll whip them off on the bamboo.
I thought I'd seen Richard with one of those the other day.
He does have one for his 300 build he's doing for his V2. It's 2.4. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some rat rig builds at Murph, and I kind of like how those look better than the Vorens. To be completely honest, like they just seem more. They just seem more like sturdy.
Well, this is a 30-30 extrusion build, and it's all M6 screws. It's solid.
Yeah,
frame,
like I was like, damn, these are really freaking well built. I like it.
Yeah, it's definitely well built. I just got to wait for the filament, and then I'm going to be redoing all the electronics too. I haven't decided what board I want to put on it yet, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm waiting on. I'm going to be doing firmware for like our paid firmware that we do for like aftermarket boards. I'm gonna be doing one for the Octopus V11. I have that sitting here, and then I also have we're gonna be reselling the MKS Monster 8 V2s because we've been testing those in house, and those are actually really good bang for the buck. So I've had a really good luck week. We've sold MKS stuff before, and like we'd never had a DOA board from them with over like 600 boards sold. Like their QC is a lot better, but they don't. I feel like the reason they're not as well known is they don't have like marketing people going and hitting up YouTubers to do videos and stuff on their boards. Like they do a lot, talking to them, like they do a lot of stuff with OEMs. So like, boards that go into finished printers, that's where they make a lot of their revenue from.
So I've got a question.
The drops working if you guys want to drop.
Does anybody do SMD soldering?
I do.
Because I want to learn it. I bought some practice boards, but my eyes are not that great. So
yeah, I mean,
I'm looking for like a microscope or something, or.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good cheap microscopes. I have basically one, it's like you want to get someone with a Sony sensor if you can for the microscope, just because it's going to be good in the different light conditions. I think ELP is the brand of the one I have, and then I have, basically you can buy the head, they come in like square form factors, and then you get lenses, I think it's called a C-mount, is like the standard, so the actual sensor and then the lens, I have it's sitting underneath there. The other thing I say is if you are dealing with boards with high copper count on like very large ground planes, definitely invest in a soldering iron that has a direct heat technology instead of the older ones where like it slides over the tip slides over the ceramic heater. I have a Hako FX 951 and those are about $300. It was expensive, but the thing it's really great at is keeping up with boards that have really high copper count, because it won't it'll keep up with it and actually be able to, like, I can solder a freaking printer bed with it. It's got so much power, in the tip. And the benefit is the thermistor and the heater is all in the tip, whereas on the other ones, it's further separated. So there's like a lag between when you start soldering and when it catches up.
No, I bought a
Sergio, you're on
soldering
YouTube.
station.
You need to drop on Twitch, Sergio.
Yeah. The other thing is pick up some good flux. I use a lot of stuff from Kester. Kester is like my preferred brand. I've used a lot of different ones, and they're ones I keep coming back to. And they have one called No Clean. And so basically, if you don't get it all off, it's not going to eat away at the board like some of the other fluxes. And then there's also low melting point solders that are really helpful for getting chips off of the board. So you basically put flux on there, you feed in the low melting point solder, it mixes with the existing solder on the board, and that lets it stay molten for longer, so you can get it in there, heat it up, and then pull the chip off, and then you take solder wick, clean up the pads, put your new stuff, put your new chip on there, put the paste on. For smaller stuff, I'll use solder paste. For larger stuff, I'll just use my regular soldering iron with, just feed it in. If I'm doing like a larger MOSFET or, like a capacitor, I'll just use my, a fine point tip on my soldering iron and feed it in. But flux is your friend. Don't skimp on the flux.
I really want to get into that stuff, so that's why I'm
Sergio
asking.
in chat bought me an iPad. It's a 2017 version, but it works awesome. There's a program called Bizart that I want to edit with for my YouTube videos, and this iPad will run it perfectly fine. And then I added a keyboard and a case to it, and I really appreciate it very much.
Very nice.
Works great.
But yeah, Vincent, one thing I recommend is when you have like boards that are dead or just old boards that you don't care about, just practice desoldering things. Yeah, just heat them up and practice desoldering things. That's what I did, and it'll give you, especially when you start dealing with chips. Like I've done, there's actually videos on the TH3 channel of me doing board repairs where I'm replacing 100-pin processor packages. Yeah, and the funny thing is, I personally found it's easier using just a drag solder method with a lot of flux and some good solder to do all those pins instead of trying to reflow it and use like the solder paste. That's just my personal opinion. I'm just giving my personal opinion.
I will check what kind of brand I've got. I have to check.
And I will say it is worth it. I found it is worth it to spend the extra money on good quality name brand solder instead of like whatever random crap you can get online.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
a heat gun soldering rather than an actual soldering tip is often easier as well.
It depends on it. Yeah, so I have for my hot air station, I've got an A10 unit I bought from Rossmann Repair Group, and they're actually on sale right now for like $200, but it's a 1500 watt unit, and that thing just rips through all the stuff I work on. for doing, if you do through hole stuff, like really depends on what you're pairing. I do mostly surface mount, but like for through hole stuff, having like I've got the Hako's like solder extractor gun. That thing is amazing. It's got the vacuum pump with the tip. You just put it on there, it sucks the solder right through the holes. It's great. You know, and I can tell you right now, like having the right tools and having good quality tools will make it so much easier to learn than trying to use just crappy junk. Like
that's why
I've used the crappy junk. I can tell you, it is absolutely worth it to invest in good quality tools.
Yeah, exactly. My first soldering was like a Weller brand, and it was very cheap.
Weller's okay.
Yeah, but it didn't got hot enough, so I bought a complete station for around 180 euros, I think.
Weller's good.
And it works great.
Yeah, I use Hako for all my stuff. I'm just kind of like I'm definitely I'm not gonna deny I have a preference towards Hako stuff only because like I've used it for years and I have never had one use die on me. I have when I got the direct heat solder, I had their FX888D, which was like it's like their $100 model, and that's a great one to get started with. And here's the thing, it's over 10 years old and it's in our shop and our guys use it and it's still I haven't even had to replace the handle.
It'll last forever.
So the flux that I've got here is from MTech.
Okay, I haven't heard of them. Kester is usually who I try to buy my stuff from.
Yeah, it looks like this, like these tubes.
Amtech, yeah. So I buy my stuff in bulk tubes like that. I actually will get smaller syringes.
Yeah, I ordered 20 of them.
Yeah, I'll usually put them down to smaller syringes. I've had tubes that are like they're like this freaking round, and it's like very awkward. So I'll put them in the little like 3 milliliter tubes.
It came
like
with these syringe needles.
Yeah, the lure lock type. But yeah.
So.
Yeah, Kester is what we use. I mean, like
Steve, hello. How you doing today?
All my solders Kester, all my fluxes Kester. Like it just works, you know. And I just remember having so many issues, and I can't remember. It was one of my buddies who worked in the electronics field told me stop. He's like, throw all that crap you bought off Amazon in the garbage. Go buy some good quality solder. Spend, you know. I don't know, like I think the roll of solder I use, like a little 1 pound one, is like $20, you know, so it's like $5-6 more a roll, but dear God, it makes it so much easier to work with.
Yeah, I've because it's hard to get stuff here. I use these, and these are including with flux, so it's already in there. So
yeah,
I've
used those. I've used those in a pinch. Those are like usually they come with the irons or something, or you know, their kits. But it's just you have no idea what brand they are. I mean, if they work, they work. I just tend to buy like here. So like these are. It's funny. So this is what sits on my desk, and you can tell the top one is the lead-free solder. So you can tell which one I use the most.
Right. You can see the different colors also.
Yeah, leaded solder, lead-free. I love using leaded solder. It just it flows so much nicer.
Yeah, it's a learning curve. I had this stuff laying around for a long time, and when I'm finished with my new stream room that I'm building, I've been working on that for the past 4 months. I've got a small workspace, and I'm gonna use some cameras and everything, and yeah, I'm working on that. And I bought this stuff just for the fun of it, basically, and I want to get into it. Serious stuff.
It's a great skill to learn. You know, it can, you know, I mean, like obviously I use it on the printer stuff, but I've also used it to repair, like, you know, control boards on I had an old Mercedes wagon here, and
Tim said he's never heard of this brand, but I got this off Amazon. I've had it for a couple of years. It works great.
One thing a lot of people forget, for instance, is a fume extraction area.
Yes, I have a fume extractor.
That is vital.
Too.
If you don't solder without it, because the fumes of solder are not.
Leaded solder.
I've got a vacuum system already set up, and that's also if I can use a laser in the near future, so I can suck off the fumes and everything. That's why I'm going to a different room. I'm building everything over there.
Yeah, you need to have that when you're soldering. You do not want to be inhaling that smoke, those fumes.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little extractor that's got like a carbon and HEPA. I mean, I have for employees out in the shop, I spent like $1,000 and bought like the actual proper Hako bench extractor. It's got like the 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got somebody coming back in. What's his name? The blue tape guy. Remember him?
The blue tape
back.
The blue
There he
tape
is.
guy. Oh God! I should have
Ultra
remembered.
4 guy.
About
Frickin'
blue tape.
llama.
I'm going to the
Llama.
Blue Man Group Wednesday.
The
I need
blue
to send him a
tape.
case of blue tape.
Freaking llama.
Always have blue tape on hand.
What year is it? Hey, MakerBot called. They want their bed surface back.
Hey,
That's funny.
What kind of a hat?
You have to go back.
What kind of a hat is
You
that?
don't go back to
That's
your
the
blue
live at
tape.
home hat.
Like an Australian hat or something.
Just make sure you've got good extraction system, man.
Yeah, I know.
Especially when you're
Yeah,
using leaded
like,
solder is better. But when you're using that stuff, you do not want to inhale.
Hey,
That's why I
haven't
built this
used it
battery
my whole
and-
life, and I came out just fine. Okay.
Well, we actually know you, so we know that's not true.
So that's why I use this battery, and I've got a 140 millimeter fan with a case around it, and there's like a small filter in front of it, and I put it near when I'm soldering, so it will not, the fumes will not go in my face.
I got one of those in a box in this
That's
other
probably
room.
10 years old and you've never used it.
Hey Tim, take a look at the screen.
Freaking llama.
I have one of those just like it.
Yeah, I mean we still sell them. They're just not blue anymore. It's the same formula.
Yeah,
just
well, I'm
different-
using the
different
black
color.
one now.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
But I like the blue ones better.
So
they probably have blue
people,
tape
you
on
are the minority of people. A lot of people complained about the grid lines and the logo. I personally like them, but I was like, well, the
I love
customer's
the grid
right.
line,
So
'cause it gets
I like
it
grid
tells me
lines.
if I'm off or something's expanding
something's-
wrong. Or,
yeah,
I
something's
love the
skewing.
grid line. How can you?
yeah, and
how
those
can
are
you
those
go
are
on
actually set
the
intervals. I
grid?
think the thicker lines are 50 millimeters and the smaller ones are 10.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I love the grid. That's the best thing about them.
yeah, I mean I agree, but they sold better with just the nice black with the little logo in the corner. And,
That's actually what I'm printing on right now.
Yeah.
It's on that. It's the
yeah,
other
I've got
one,
them. I
the
got them on a
backwards.
few plates and stuff just for when I need like really freaking good adhesion. Yeah, they're nice. But everybody's all about the flex plates these days. I mean, I
Nobody
use them
sells
too.
just the
Why you
metal
put me up there,
plate
Jerry?
anymore, though. You have to get-
Because nobody wants to buy the metal plates, Tom.
All I'm doing is
All
copying.
I want is metal plates, so I can.
You're like the
stick
one
stickers
person.
on them.
You're like the one person. Like it's what the majority of people want is not always what we want.
Reality should be
Yeah.
intelligent.
Like, yeah.
Here's the
No.
other thing. You got these things on your site yet?
What's that? I can't
You
see what
have
you're
it.
holding up.
It's a voltage converter, so you can
Justin.
plug your Pi directly into the.
Hi.
Oh, we used to have stuff like that. We don't have them anymore.
This thing is freaking
Vincent.
awesome. This is a really,
Yeah, it's
really
it's just a buck boost converter.
There's llama.
Yeah, it's a voltage converter.
Yeah, it's just a step down.
But I've had
I mean,
a
I
couple
can-
of them that won't run the Pi. They say they will, but you always.
I
get
mean,
that
I can
stupid
get
ass
that.
voltage
I can
lightning
get.
bolt. This
I
thing
can
has
get.
yet to
I
give me
can
a
get
lightning
that
bolt.
kind of stuff in, but like we had them at one point, and like nobody bought them, so I just stopped selling them.
Yeah, pies
So-
are impossible to get. The Pie Foundation said they would be back
I'm
into
so
full
happy to get rid of the power
supply
cord.
by the third quarter this year.
Yeah, we moved away from the pie boards. We're using the rock pie stuff now.
Yeah.
90 euros
Jerry.
if you're gonna get a Pi 4 here.
Oh,
Yeah, I
boy.
can't
They're
even get them. I can't even
$150
get them.
here.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Jerry,
funny because there was somebody who was complaining about, oh my god, the kit is so expensive. It's like, do you realize I'm spending like $75 to $80 per just the board? Like for the. Now I will say the rock Pi boards we're using, the Wi-Fi is better than a Pi 4. It's got an onboard power button so you can safe shut down, so it does things better than the Pi 4. But the big thing is I can actually get them.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know. And I had one guy that was like,
Yeah, Chris, I wonder where the filament came from.
because like we use them in a.
Hey, Jared,
in a,
how are you?
We use them in a ready to go like Octoprint kit, like plug it in, it's already set up and ready to go with a custom Arbian image I built to run Octoprint. And that was a learning experience because like there were
Take care, Pete.
onboard,
Thanks for stopping in.
there's
Congrats for winning.
there's virtual video devices on these CPUs, and so basically Octoprint tries to connect to them and the webcam will never come up, so I had to modify to basically disable all of those so they don't come on because they're not used with Octoprint. But basically, so like your USB camera is always the first video device, which is what Octoprint goes to. Otherwise, it changes randomly depending on every time you boot up. So
I gotta go find my missing dog.
but anyway, so yeah, we're using those boards, and I really like them a lot. And
Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta call.
Get them.
Yeah, I was going to like as an alternative to the pie. I was looking at the rock pie, but they're still so expensive. And
yeah,
the rock pie doesn't offer an 8-gig board, if I remember correctly.
They have. I mean, well, here's the thing for Octoprint. I made the image really lean that we're using. So we're only sitting at about 500 megs of RAM usage, even with a webcam going. So it's a 4-gig board. It's 4 gigs of DDR4. So
yeah, but no, I do other stuff. Like
yeah,
I'm looking to add. Like I already have a Pi that I kind of split between my laser and my astronomy, and I'm looking for an 8-gig board, but I can't. The only one that out there offers a good 8-gig board that will run the software I need to run my telescope is the Pi.
Why don't you just run a Linux?
No, I don't want to run a full-blown machine.
Why don't you get one of the mini ones? HP has those small business line ones you can get for pretty
here's
cheap.
what I do, right? Well, I get a Pi, Tim,
Okay.
and I have a case, and I mount it in the case that I designed.
Okay, you want to run off battery or something?
Telescope, and it actually sits underneath my telescope, so I don't have.
Yeah, and you want to run off battery. I'm assuming it's run off a battery pack.
It runs
or something?
off 5 volts off the battery that runs my.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
I get it.
So it runs all this, and it actually mounts directly onto my telescope.
Yeah, I've got a couple of Pi 4s laying around, but I think I have them just in case I need them for a project or something. But they're 2 gigs and 4 gigs.
No, I need.
I've never even bought 8-gig ones.
No, I need.
And actually, I bought Krista a telescope for Christmas.
Which one?
I gotta look it up. Hang on. Celestron is the brand.
Okay. That's when make good scopes generally.
Yeah, and it's got so I got her the smartphone adapter so she can take pictures through it.
Okay.
It's the StarSense Explorer LT 114AZ.
Are Pi 3B still valuable or no?
Right now, yes.
Well, I mean, I've got like 10 of them. Should I put them on eBay or something?
So what you got her was a Newtonian scope. Okay.
Yeah, 114 millimeter Newtonian reflector. Because I did some research and people said that this is a really good one for starting out.
Yeah. Okay. And it's an alt-az, so it's not an equatorial, which is good. Which is good.
Yeah, I read what I was reading. People said the Newtonian reflector ones are pretty good.
Newtonians are fine. Like I have a Newton. I have like my largest Newtonian is a 20-inch mirror. So you need
That's
a ladder.
huge.
You need a ladder to look through the eyepiece because when it adds zenith, the eyepiece is 8 feet off the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, she can actually see this one on the ground too. But if it was any taller, she'd have to have like a little ladder or something.
Well, like this is all tube, so mine is.
Yeah,
Hey, Tim,
that's huge.
Where you live at, Tim, you don't have any cities close by, so you can see all the stars at night, right?
We have decent, so we do have some light pollution, but we're not like in the city. So we can see way more here than where I used to live in Illinois.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, so the reflector on hers is like 4.5 inch.
Yeah. Well, my smallest Newtonian is a 13-inch that I built myself.
Okay.
And the big one I have is an F5 Obsession 20-inch Obsession Classic.
Yeah, my thing was I wanted to get her something decent to start out with, and if she really liked using it, then I'll get her something.
Ladies and gentlemen,
bigger.
we've got Phoenix popping in. Hey, Phoenix.
So I just post a link to Tim in the private chat so you can have a look for yourself if you want.
Hey, Justin.
That's a 20-inch Obsession I have.
Krista wants to stargaze at Rocky Mountain Rep Rap. Is she going to be able to see anything, or do you have a lot of...
There's a lot of light pollution, I would say. There's some now. There are spaces about 45 minutes to an hour away that you can drive to, and there's no light pollution. But
damn, that's an expensive ass telescope.
We're in the middle of 3 major cities, so.
But from what I understand, the bigger the reflector, the more light it can
Well,
get.
the bigger the mirror, the more light you get, or the more light you get, or the more contrast you get. Yeah.
Yep.
Now I have other scopes that are with scope and mount combined that is about equal price to that, but it's designed for imaging. So like the mount alone is $3,500. No scope, just the mount.
Yeah. So hers is cool. It's got a thing where you put there's this mount on the top of it where you put your phone, and there's a mirror, so your phone's camera hits the mirror, and then you basically aim the little red dot onto what you're looking for, and then you tell in the app where the red dot is, and then you can move the telescope around, and it gets you really close to actually what's in the sky at that time where you're
once
at.
you get the okay, I know what that is. Yeah, the star.
My dog farted.
Yeah, the star sense. Yeah.
Actually, the star sense you can actually, if you learn to tune it right, you can actually get it to always hit targets. But the important thing is to set the date and time
Silent but deadly.
Date, time, and location. It needs to know.
Yeah, and it's on her cell phone, so it just doesn't.
Makes me want to check my shoes. God, you fart? Man, I want to check my shoes. It has to be my dog. I didn't hear it. It must have been the silent one.
Silent but deadly.
Dog parts are the worst.
And in private chat, I posted a link to my mount only. Just
okay.
My mount.
Hey, Phoenix, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
That looks pretty.
Yeah, and there's no scope on that. That's just
the mount for the telescope.
That's designed for imaging.
Yeah, when I was doing my research, I saw some crazy ones where they do auto tracking and stuff, and like why are the hobbies that I want to get into? Why are they so freaking expensive?
Anything worth doing
the joke
in
astronomy. The joke in astronomy is if you want.
Hey Tim, what are you doing?
If you want to keep your kids away from drugs and alcohol, you get them into astrophotography because they'll be broke all their lives.
It sounds accurate.
Looks like they're playing with Legos.
Oh no, I was just putting some screws away, and now I'm just putting a little puzzle. It's just one of these. I forget what it's called. It was a sample print on the bamboo, and it was a brain teaser.
Yeah, you slide the parts and stuff. I
actually had to look at the video to figure it out, but now I know how to do it.
No, I have one of those
cheating,
in wood.
Tim.
I used to make them out of wood.
Yeah, it's cheating, but it drove me nuts for over 2 hours. So
it's just one part I go to the other, and the other then slots into it. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
I like puzzles like that, though. I enjoy those.
Yeah, you enjoy being tortured, do you?
Yeah. We'll send you some Japanese puzzle boxes, Liam.
No, I really do like puzzles like that. Like I was at an event, a work event, and they were giving away these puzzles, but they were branded with the company name, and everyone was looking, and it was all unpacked. It was not assembled when they were giving them out to people, right? And then nobody could figure it out, and it was like that. So I walked over, I had a quick look at it. And I went, there you go. That's what it looks like when it's done. I enjoy that. My mind works that way. So
yeah,
that's the way my mind operates. And
well, I'm printing a bunch of these to give out at the Maker Faire in May that we're having here. So
give them out.
Kids will love these.
Don't give them out assembled. Give them out baggies.
Yeah, that's what all these little baggies are for.
He's like, I'm going to torture these poor children with this puzzle that drove me nuts.
Yeah, I have a wooden version of it.
He'll figure it out in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
He's going to be like, that took me hours. I had to Google it.
Yeah, I did. Well, no, the solution is actually on if you go to the Thingiver or the anyways, the video's on where the file is.
You found your solution?
Have you ever seen these? This puzzle?
I had one with the geocaching. Yeah, don't get me started.
These are really hard to do.
I used to do geocaching. Yeah. Do people still do geocaching?
I do it. Yeah, I do it.
I haven't done it in years.
You got to put the Carter pin, or whatever you call it. I can't think of the name of the pin.
Carter pin.
Yeah, Carter pin back in the hole, and then take it apart. You got to unscrew the nut, take the nut out, get the stick out, put it all back together, put the nut back on it. Well, anyway,
how do you unscrew the nut?
It's crazy.
That's a trick. That's a trick you need to do.
Yeah. So Tim, here's the one. Your swing there. So here's the wooden ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I printed something like that.
They're very easy. Like it's just like that to put it together.
Oh, that one's simple, but this one's 6 pieces.
Yeah, but I like these type of puzzles.
Yeah, I printed one just like that, and I gave it to one of my friends, and she got so frustrated. And I was like, "You just do this, this, this." She's like,
"Yeah, I'll show you."
She's like, "Well, go ahead and put it back together." And I just did it.
My achievement patches for geocaching.
Cool.
Here you go.
Patches? You get patches?
Yeah, I bought them. If I do it with my son, and every time we get an achievement, this is. 48 finds in less than 24 hours. Where's the
What
other one?
app? I have Android. My fiance Krista, she's got iOS. Is there like an app, a geocache app that's like
750 finds. Where's the other one? 100 geocaches in 24 hours.
That's insane.
A hell of a long time
I had
searching.
Dear God.
the limit that I had was 128 in 9.5 hours.
I'm
I was
sorry,
exhausted.
Liam. I had to check something out front real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to reload my.
Oh yeah, Chris is in the Twitch chat. Chris is in the Twitch chat. Yeah, I know. Our shop manager Danielle, she does geocaches too.
Can you imagine if you get this one?
Yeah, that's way too much time.
Yeah, I wouldn't have time for that. I'm so busy in 5,000 other things.
I got this one for real. So
don't you love how you become an adult and you actually have money to like buy things, but then you don't have the time to play with the things you buy?
I've got
like a catch-22.
I've got a couple of caches.
Your
laid
toys
out.
get more expensive when you grow up, and they're always out of reach. It seems like.
Tim, if you ever get into astronomy yourself, one thing you'll have to do that's actually there's a time for it coming up soon. Do a Messier marathon, 110 objects on the Messier catalog in one night.
Jesus. See, the problem right now is it's like freaking cold out, and like once the weather improves.
When it's cold, the skies are really still and clear.
So let me ask you this, since you have more experience, is it, so like if we have obviously the telescopes in the house, is it bad to bring it out in the cold? Because I'm worried about stuff cracking.
No, it's okay to bring it out, but you have to leave it outside for about an hour to cool down.
To stabilize and everything?
To acclimatize the
But they're not gonna like the lenses and stuff aren't gonna crack, because I was worried about that shock.
No, they won't.
Shock.
But one thing you will find is when your eyepiece, you'll get a habit over time, but
condensation,
if it's cold outside and you breathe out, the eyepiece will fog up and turn and ice over. So you get the habit of as you approach the eyepiece, you inhale.
And hold your breath. Yeah.
And then you come up and you look through the eyepiece. Or the other option is you can build with some like 330 ohm resistors, make a ladder of resistors and wrap it in with a foam or whatever.
Make like a heater.
The eyepiece and run and use a resistor, a variable resistor, right?
Just make like a little heater almost.
And you're basically heating it to warm the glass so it doesn't fog over or freeze.
Just breathe into a snorkel.
So I have a question.
Or a scuba tank, yeah.
But I'm just saying, there's little tricks you learn. Like I built my own dew heaters, what they call it. In summer, the glass
Leo, the land snorkeler.
Yeah, in summer the glass is colder in the air, so moisture will tend to settle on the lenses and stuff. So a dew heater will help in winter and in summer to keep your lenses clear.
Hey Liam,
Jerry, I gotta go. I can't stay long.
Camera
Apologize.
All right, Tim. Well, thank you very much, Tim, and we'll watch you tomorrow. And I hope you're feeling better. And take care, my friend.
Ciao,
Thank
Tim.
you. You guys
Bye,
later.
Tim.
Bye.
So, Eric, what were you saying?
Oh, I was wondering, you do stellar sky searching most evenings or late morning, early
It
morning?
depends what I want to see.
Right. My question is, do you have a particular camera that fits through your eye lens?
You can use. Sometimes I use a DSLR, but other times I use this.
Oh, okay.
This is really good. I like this because it does 162 frames a second.
That's nice.
It's really fast, and so the reason why I got this actually was to do solar and lunar transit. So when the ISS passes the front of the sun or the moon, we need a really, because the speed of it's so fast, because it's traveling 17,500 miles per hour, right? So because of its speed is so fast, it transits the moon, a full moon, in about 1 second, maybe 1.5 seconds. That's how fast it's moving, right? So when you know they're coming up, you start recording like 160 seconds, and it's USB 3, so you just run before and just after when the transit is happening. That way, then you can capture the ISS passing in front of the sun and the moon.
So, Liam, what did you hear about the 3D printed rocket? Are they going to launch at night now? And we're not going to get to see it very well.
They are scheduled to launch on Wednesday. This coming Wednesday is our next window, from 10 p.m. Eastern until 1 a.m. On the 23rd.
Well, that sucks. I have to stay up late.
Well, you won't be late for you. This is EST. So
Is
that's
this
3 hours
SpaceX?
behind you.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it starts at 7 o'clock yours, between 7 and 10 for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's late for me, but it's 7 to 10 for you.
Who
Hold
made
on,
the
Phoenix.
rocket?
Or
Sorry,
Vincent?
Vincent, you're no one can hear you.
Your audio is off.
Now it's on.
Now
Okay,
we hear.
yeah. Cryptex for geocaching.
Oh, nice.
Ah,
Check out my
And
telescope, Liam.
one of those 3D print puzzle labyrinth boxes.
Is that a high
So
enough
I-
quality telescope for you?
I use these for geocaching.
That was purchased. I can't remember who it was from. I think it was from. You're talking about this one, right? This is the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I don't remember where that came from. I can't.
I think
don't
it was
recognize
Sanix. I think it was Sanix.
Sanix?
Maybe.
I don't recognize it, but I can check his site real quick.
I can't remember. I'm not sure. I'm sure if you look online, you'll find them. You have to buy
Hey,
the file up and.
Liam,
I think
did you get the Millennium Falcon from Galactic Armory?
the new one?
Yeah.
I have seen it. I haven't printed it.
Okay, so I just saw the one that's in your wall.
Oh, that's a really old one. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was the new one.
No. I haven't tried a new one. I've asked Relativity Space, the guys who are doing the 3D printed rocket, if they have design STLs for the rocket. I've reached out to them because I do a lot of rocket builds, as you can see.
Right.
And I told them what scale to do it in, and I asked them would they separate out the colors as well, so we can actually print them with actual proper color filament. So I'm waiting for them. They haven't got back to me, but I've reached out to them. I'm going to see. I think I might know somebody who works.
Very
for them.
cool.
Thank you for the follow.
So
It's
if I know,
not from Sanix.
if that link works out for me, and I do figure out somebody working for Relativity Space, I will just go directly through that person and see if I can get the design, get him to release the design of their rockets, like an
So,
STL for it.
Yeah, question is what did they print the rocket out of?
They custom made an alloy of aluminum and a couple of other things. So it's their own design, their own custom alloy, but it's aluminum based alloy. And it is so they haven't released what it is because they're still designing. This one, the one they're doing now, the Relativity, the Relativity 1 is only a it's basically a test bed for them, right? Because they've never launched before to prove. Now they do, excuse me, they are working on the Relativity R, which will be 100% reusable, which is kind of like a smaller version of Starship Heavy, and Starship and Super Heavy booster. So they're doing a smaller version of that, which is about 1/3 the size, but it's 100% reusable. Now that's because one of the owners of Relativity Space used to work for SpaceX.
Cool. Question is it powdered resin? So they use powder of aluminum or whatever their mix is?
No, they printed. It's like a roll of this alloy, this custom made alloy, and it's in a spool like a printer, like a 3D printer, like an FDM printer, but it's actually welded on place with lasers as they build it out, as they print it.
Oh, that's neat. I haven't
It's a
seen
bit like
anything
welding,
on that.
welding like a wire welding, but they're actually building this up layer by layer, but it's actually done using lasers on the laser end. It's a custom design printer that they made.
So instead of using a heater element for the material, it's using the laser to burn it.
It's using a laser to weld it as it goes, real time. Yeah.
Hey, Liam, when you printed that Laura Croft, where did you post it? 'Cause I'm checking your group and my page, doing a search for Laura Croft, and I don't see that. It's like
I'll have to look for. I don't know. I can't remember. Probably on YouTube, I'm sure.
Would you have called it Tomb Raider or Laura Croft?
I would probably call it Tomb Raider.
So I'm looking for it now.
Who was it from? It wasn't from Sanix. It was I'd have to go back and look. I can't remember.
A lot of prints I've done in the past years ago, I can't remember. So I go to my group and I search for the picture to figure out what it was or details.
Yeah, they gave me the did they? Yeah, no, did they buy the model? Maybe I bought that one. I know my Luke Skywalker was given to me, but I think I bought that one. I think I can't remember. I'll have to go look.
Ask Non-Fam. He'll know where it came from. Non-Fam, where'd that will come from?
Hey,
Non-Fam
Liam,
knows everything.
over your left shoulder.
Yeah.
Is that a black hole or is that a galaxy? It's on your
Here?
wall.
Oh, you mean here?
Yeah.
That is the Andromeda Galaxy. It's 4 point. It is that is millions of light years away from us.
No, I understand that. No, I was just wondering.
It's actually 3 galaxies. You have the Andromeda, and then you have a small one here, a bright spot here, which is another small companion galaxy, and another bright spot down here is another companion galaxy. Like the Milky Way, we have companion galaxies as well, the large and the small matches in the clouds. Whereas,
Yeah, I was just I was thinking I'd like to get maybe that for my wall.
that you want to, well, that's printed on aluminum. It costs about $100 to get it printed or more.
Oh, that's fine.
That's
not
Maybe
bad.
more. I have to check because I got it printed at a special price. But it's actually better up close.
Yeah, well, as you can see, the wall behind me is blank.
Yeah. Or this one is the Horsehead Nebula, the Running Man, and the Flame Nebula.
That's cool.
So
No,
this is all hydrogen alpha, which is the frequency of excited hydrogen gas. So you use special filters for that. Then the rest of it's RGBL, red, green, blue, and luminance images.
Yeah.
So you do that by attaching your camera to a filter wheel like this. And in this, you have multiple filters, and it's motorized. So let me open it. This is a motorized filter wheel. I'll keep it in this box to keep it tidy. So there's a little motor here, and then you put filters inside.
It's not
the motor is controlled by the computer. The motor will actually move this and spin.
Okay.
This
It'll
around.
spin the lens covers
to different filters.
Yeah. Or
And then
filter
every time you
covers.
move to a different filter, you have to refocus because adding different types of glass or even different colors of glass between the camera and what's seen out there, you actually have to refocus because the glass, the glass, and even the coloring of the glass will change the focus. So I have a setup that uses the camera, and it does what's called full width half max algorithm, and it actually takes an image and multiple images, but in and out of focus, and by moving the focuser automatically, and then by taking that series of images, it figures out where the optimal distance is or the optimal position for the focuser to be at, and then moves the focuser to that position to continue taking their shots. So that's connected over USB A to your to a computer, and then or to the Raspberry Pi, and then the camera is over USB 3 to the Raspberry Pi, and then the mount is over USB 3 to the or USB 2, and then the guide camera is over USB 2 to the mount as well, or to not to the mount, sorry, to the camera, to the Pi, and then the Pi, and then the mount is linked back to the camera as well. So they are constantly chatting with each other to keep track of everything in the sky as it goes. That's why I need an 8 gig Raspberry Pi.
Okay, guys, I'm going off to bed because I've got a big party tomorrow.
And we're not invited? What's going on here?
My brother's son is going to be 18 tomorrow.
congrats.
Basically today. And I built him a PC, so when they are off to like a gaming place, I'm going to set up the whole system and everything. I built the PC already, and so I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow.
Well, I hope you have a great day and have a lot of fun. And thank you very much for stopping in.
So, everybody have a good night.
All right.
Bye.
Later, Vincent.
Take care. Liam, are you going to be streaming next Tuesday, or you don't know?
I'm going to be on. Well, probably, but I'm definitely going to be on tomorrow because I want to get that Ori finished.
What time might you come on?
Probably around noon tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm still looking for Tomb Raider. It's driving me nuts, and I can't find that file anywhere.
10 my time.
So yeah, I'll be on tomorrow from noon, and I'm gonna. You saw the Ori, Tim, that I was working on, did you? Tim?
Hello?
Did you see the Ori that I'm working on?
No, I did not.
I'll show it to you. Let me bring it in. It's in the other room.
Sorry, I was
ordinary.
I was working on firmware stuff.
You're writing G code?
No, firmware, actual firmware for the printers.
Oh.
Seeing as you're getting into astronomy, you'll like this. Made out of plywood. It's all out of 3mm ply. It's a kit.
Okay, Rabbi.
Not finished yet.
Is it all laser?
Oh, that's cool. So it's like they all rotate around the at the correct rate.
But even the gears are all plywood.
Interesting.
And all the cogs and everything inside. And if you look here, all the cogs, everything's all 3mm ply.
I can't imagine cutting that out myself if you had it on paper, but the kit would be great.
Well, on paper would be fine. You just need a Cricut.
It's kind of cool. So I'm going to finish this off tomorrow on my stream in the morning.
Those all just DXF files you made?
No, they're not even mine. You can buy it as a kit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like a model. He popped everything out of the sheets.
Yeah, you pop it all out as components, and this comes off. Oh, if I can get it to lift off. So well, this is not finished yet. So look, even the gears are all.
Oh, that's neat.
High.
That's interesting.
Is that a tension spring that allows the rotation?
No, it's not a tension spring. It's there's a little dynamo actually in behind this. So when you connect up, there's an LED light up here. Then when you put the sun on, when you put the sun on the model of the sun, a plastic model like these, and the sun over here.
I see the wire going up there.
You turn the handle, and actually it runs a dynamo in here that actually lights up the sun.
Yeah, it's like a little tiny generator almost.
Yeah, it's a tiny dynamo. Yeah, so I'm going to replace that dynamo. I'm going to probably use the disconnect it and put a small battery in there just to run it off a battery instead. But I'll finish it tomorrow. Is my goal.
So are you going to add the other planets?
That's tomorrow.
Liam,
the finished building these out and add them to
is Laura Croft a resin print, right?
Yes.
What resin printer were you reviewing when you did that? So then I can watch the video.
It was on the Seed Maker.
I am gonna drop off here. I gotta go do a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah,
today,
I have stuff to do as well. We've been on here for 4 hours.
Well, thank you
it was
very much.
fun hanging out with you guys.
Bye,
Take
guys.
care. Thank you very much for the giveaway. I really appreciate it, Tim. You guys have a great day.
No problem. Just send me that info so we can get it, or I'll look and see them. Hopefully that person sent their stuff over.
Red Light, check out Astro Printer's channel on YouTube. We've done a Seed Maker resin printer.
Later, guys.
Have
a good weekend.
Take care.
Later, Jim.
That's when he done that video for the Laura Croft. And in the video, he probably says where the model came from.
Yeah, it's the Seed Maker is what I was doing it for.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop off too, guys.
I need to go. It's 4 hours, and I need to take the dog out.
All right, let me rate into somebody here. I've been on for 3 hours 56 minutes. Let me see who's on. Subsector is on with 3. I guess she's just starting.
Yeah, maybe.
Perfect grade.
Looks really good, Liam.
I know it was a fun one to build. I'm probably going to look at more of their designs because it was fun to build. So they have other stuff as well. So I might actually explore some others. They have a telescope that actually has good lenses on it. Small, but it's still. They have a music box violin that actually, when you play it, the bow goes over and back in front like it's playing the music.
That's pretty cool.
Well, everybody on YouTube, I want to say goodnight and you have a great week. I'll be back next Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific. Everybody on Twitch, I'm going to raid over to Subsector. So please bear with me. I'm clicking raid and we'll get that going. Thank you very much. Thank you for the PayPal. Thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate it. And everybody's awesome. Liam will be on tomorrow, probably around noonish. Llama streams quite a bit, and he'll probably be on his Maker Hangout on Tuesday night, 4 p.m. Pacific. So you guys have a great night. Here we go. For Twitch people, we're raiding now to Subsector. Raid started, and everybody on YouTube, thank you very much. You have an awesome day, and check out Dave Gatton after bed at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Pacific, Dave Gatton's channel over on YouTube. Later, guys.